I'm apparently live. What is going on? Hey, I think I'm live. I don't know. There we go. Hi everyone. Hey guys. Hey, I think I'm live. I think everything's good. So yeah, welcome to the stream. Today's gonna be a pretty chill day. I think I didn't really plan on streaming today. I said I was gonna stream on Saturday, but I ended up playing The Sims 4 because there was a toddler update and I wanted to play it. So I was playing Sims 4 mostly. So hi everyone. I hope you guys are drawing with me. We're gonna be drawing. I pre-drew this cat. I have it recorded. I'm gonna upload it as a separate video tutorial. But for now, we're just going to, yeah, we're just gonna basically color it in. So using the Polychromos, the ones that I always use from Faber-Castell, and also we're going to be using the Copic Ciao markers as well. So, what up guys? Hello from Denmark. Refresh the page. Refresh the page, please. If you guys are not seeing anything. I know you guys probably can't hear me say that, but yeah. Refresh. Yeah! Alright, so this might be a longer stream today, just to warn you. I'm just sharpening my pencils here. We're gonna get started. So this cat is gonna be a pretty cute one. At least I hope so. I drew him prior and he's looking a little bit too chubby, but I think that's okay. We're gonna start with the eyes. Hey, I took your advice about the eyes and I got them to match. Yeah! Congrats! Yeah, the eyes are always challenging. That's why I'm starting with the eyes this time, because I always have issues drawing eyes, kitty eyes, especially kitty eyes. I think, actually no, that's not true. Any eye, really. Did you change your hair and become a little taller and or somewhere else? No, I did not change my hair. No, I did not get taller. But I did change around my little apartment area. I just got new lights, so it's a whole different. It's not a different setup, it's just I just got these soft boxes on both sides. So, yeah. I think it looks much better. Maybe I shall zoom in. Let me zoom in. Let us zoom in. Okay, there we go. Hello from the Netherlands. Hi, welcome. So I'm just gonna zoom in my webcam here. I actually can't zoom in as much as I thought I could. I just bought this new webcam. Let's try to get that focus much better. It's a bit hard to focus, I think. Let me know if the focus looks a bit weird. I could adjust it. There we go. So, let's get started officially. Do you do the sketch first? Yes, I do the sketch first. I like to do the sketch before I do the live stream just because it takes a long time. It took me approximately 45 minutes to get the sketch done. And the reason why is because I'm really not good at drawing animals. So I did it prior, but I recorded it. So I'm going to be releasing a recording, like a video tutorial on how I drew the cat as a separate video. So I think that makes more sense. So rather than you guys watch me trying to get the cat right, you guys can watch me just color in and draw the fur of the cat. It's a little bit different. Did you finish those pictures behind you? No. I tried a little bit of oil painting this weekend. Like yesterday I was doing oil paint and that failed horrendously. I was drawing a picture of a man or painting a picture of a man and it was so bad that I just gave up and I got really frustrated and then I went for a nap and then I started playing Sims 4. So when you guys are feeling like, oh my god, I can't do this, it's not going the way I want to, just take a break, just walk away. Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, AMV Maker. I know you're a regular on this channel. Thanks for your support. Hi, I'm from California. Welcome. I love California. I've been to California, I think only once in my life. It was a good time. It was really fun. I really liked Santa Monica Pier. I think it's the most touristy area. And I also liked Malibu. Malibu was really fun. Had a good breakfast there. Okay, so let's get started on the eyeballs. We are going to do the eyeballs. Hi Nico! Welcome. I'm not drawing Goku today. I swear to God I will draw him for you, but I think I'm going to do a separate video. I'm going to do a recording. Okay, I need testing paper. I want to test out my Copic markers. I don't have a good test marker. Okay, let's just use a tissue. Cat with the floral crown. That's a weird way to spell Goku. You can call him Goku. Maybe his name will be Goku. Okay, let's get these markers. Any tips for colored pencils? That depends what you want to do. I do have tips. I have many tips actually. I think I'm gonna do a separate video on the tips that I have, because it's a lot to talk about. And there's all kinds of different blending techniques for colored pencils. Depends how you want to do it. If you want to use it for coloring like human face, or if you want to do it for coloring an animal, like animal fur, there's all kinds of different techniques. And I'm pretty mostly skilled with the animal fur rather than the human, like shading in skin. I think that's a whole different ball game. But I'm definitely trying. I'm hoping I'm gonna work really hard on cat eyes today. Have you done, can you do a marker tutorial? Do you mean like a blending tutorial? I have not done one of those yet. I've only done sort of product reviews. However, I will definitely be doing blending. I'm going to be doing blending tutorials on colored pencils as well as markers. However, I've got to get better with the markers in general, so I can't promise anything right now, but yeah, it's definitely something that I'm working towards. Gonna do it. Woo! What color is the cat? The cat's going to be a grayish color. Sorry, I gotta brush my hair. It's really naughty. Do you guys, are there any girls in the chat that have really thin hair? Like, anything I do, it will get naughty. Like, already I have a huge knot. Do you like cats? Funny enough, I don't. I don't like cats. There's a reason for it. First of all, I'm allergic to them, and second of all, I just can't establish a good relationship with a cat. Ooh, not the blue one. Let's get the green pencil crayons in here. Guten Morgen. Aber es ist nicht morgen. Es ist abends. Guten Abend. You should rather say. Okay, so let's get the detail in the cat's eye. And the highlights. So usually with animals, you've got like a shiny part of the eye, like which is usually the light caught, there's a glimmer in the eye. And I had a user who commented on one of my past live streams. I don't know if it was a live stream or if it was a video. And she had mentioned, or he or she, I can't remember, mentioned or asked why I didn't put a glitter or like highlighted parts of the eye. Typically, I always do that. It's very important that you do because, like she mentioned, that it looks like the animal has no life, and that is for the better part kind of true. You want to add life to the eyes, so you want to use maybe like a white gel pen to really emphasize the glitter or the glimmer in the eye. This is quite important. Yeah, thanks for the subscribes. Thin hair is basically a ball of yarn. Yes. My hair is just like blah. I'm gonna be playing with it the entire stream too. It's really annoying. I should just put it up. Do you like dogs? Yes, I do. I do love dogs. I think dogs are quite the funny characters. I like dogs, and but my heart lies with rabbits. We're actively looking to adopt another rabbit. We've asked our breeder already, but she is not available for whatever reason. So I hope that she answers us soon, because I want a little baby girl. Hello from Romania. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Oh, thanks for the new subscriber. I can't see your names because I'm not looking at the stream. I'm just looking at the chat. But I can hear the little subscriber bunny. Okay, so I think the eye is going really, really well. Something I like to do for blending also in terms of pencil crayon is I use a white pencil crayon, especially for the shiny parts of the eye. It's not necessarily the highlights, it's just to kind of blend the greens together. So I use the white... Oh no. Ah! Yeah, so I use the white, but before I use the white, I want to kind of add another touch of light green around the iris here. We're going to blend the two greens together, like the two green tones, just to give it a little bit more oomph. And then after, what I like to do is I take my white pencil crayon and I just go over top. And this really creates a nice, I don't know how to call it, it's like an overlay, and it kind of blends all the colors nicely together. And this is actually one of the blending techniques that you can use. Just does a very, very nice blend. And then what we can do afterwards is take our gel pen, which if you guys like to draw, I think it's super important that you own one of these. Not necessarily this brand, but a gel pen. A white one specifically. You're gonna see why. I don't know how this looks. It just creates like a nice, it looks like the animal is alive, you know, rather than dead eyes. So yeah. Sorry. Oh, Nico. You're making me choke. I saw your hashtag and started laughing and choking. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh god. Bunny, do you watch TV shows like Sherlock, Stranger Things, Vampire Diaries? That's a lot of shows. I did watch Vampire Diaries. I haven't watched like the recent seasons, but I did watch, I mean, back in the day, Vampire Diaries was like the show to watch when you were a teenager. So yeah, I did watch Vampire Diaries. I mean, I started watching a series of unfortunate events. That's something that I started yesterday, and it's actually quite good. I don't know. It's interesting. They film it very interesting. Tips on finding your own drawing style. Tips on finding your own drawing style. This is a hard one to answer because everyone is different. Everyone is different. I think the most important thing is that you draw things that you want to draw. I think the style develops over time. So I think if you want to look into getting into cartoonish, for example, then you practice cartooning. You just have to go with the initial flow of what you would like to do. And eventually the style develops over time. I think this just comes with practice. You gotta learn the basics first. You gotta learn, like, you know, how to do proportions, all that fun stuff when it comes to drawing, which is why realism is quite good to learn that. And then, yeah, you just keep pushing it. That's basically all I have to say. I don't know. I haven't found my own style yet. I can tell you that right now. I'm just going with the flow, and eventually I think it's going to develop over time. At least I hope so. Okay, so let's add the... You're the best drawer ever. Thank you. But thank you, that's a very nice compliment, but I think that there are much better artists out there. Now, that's where it gets bad. You can't think that way. I think that way because it's just like, I think that's what artists always feel like. People are so much better than me. What's the point of continuing? You know that feeling? I think we all have been there. I think it's normal to be there, actually, to think that way. But you can't let those thoughts get to you. Although I do think there are many better artists out there. I keep trying every single day to get better. A little bit of positivity. I just go with the flow, yeah. Babble Lemon, I got a tip. You can copy, then mash up your favorite style so it's stealing and not stealing. At least that's how I learned. Well, that's an interesting way to put it. I think that art, in a way, if you look through the years, you can see a lot of copies, not copies, but you can see a lot of artists who have established different techniques or different styles based on older styles. I think it's constantly evolving, so it's not necessarily stealing, because everything has been done. Like, honestly, everything has been done. And with art, I mean, as long as it's not a point-by-point copy, I don't know. You gotta make it your own, you know? So this eyeball is gonna be a bit lighter on this side. Too late, yeah. I should have done a blue eye and a green eye. Yeah. Too late, bruh. Too late. This cat's gonna be a... Yeah, that would have been a good idea, though. I didn't think of that. Do you know the feeling where no matter how much you try, you just can't draw? Yeah, I had that feeling yesterday. And that's because I was trying something new. I was trying oil painting. Yeah, definitely. That feeling comes quite often. And you have these moments, actually. You can call it art block in a way as well. I know that there's many people who debate this topic, whether art block exists or not. And to be honest with you, I think it does. Because I've gone through that phase last year for 6 months. I had no desire to draw, and I felt like everything that I drew was horrible. And no matter how hard I tried to draw, it just wasn't happening. And that was the toughest year for me. Whether you call that art block or a lack of inspiration, I think it's art block. But yeah, those feelings, when you have those feelings, you just have to walk away from everything. That's my only advice. You gotta have a break. I think it's your body telling you, okay, girl, chill out. Stop pressuring yourself. Take a break. Go outside. And then when you're refreshed, you can come back in and you have a clear mind. All right, I think I'm not failing with the cat eyes this time, and I'm actually quite happy with it. It looks pretty cute. I think this one's much lighter, so let's try to add a little bit more darkness in there. Is she reading these comments or comments from a live stream app? I'm reading the comments, so I have the live stream open on the right side of my screen. However, I cannot read all of them because I'm drawing constantly. And also my answers are delayed because the stream is delayed. Delayed by a few seconds, and I don't know. I think 15 seconds maybe? 15-second delay? 30-second maybe? I'm trying to read them. Feeling when you're better than some artists on YouTube, but you haven't got your own channel. Girl or guy, I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, but yeah. Make a channel. Just do it. Just get in on that. If you think you're better than like other artists that you see on YouTube, and that's not a good way to think though. Everyone has their own style. It's not a good way to think. But if you feel like you want to make a YouTube channel, then go ahead. There's all kinds of cool things on YouTube, all kinds of nice communities. I have found you guys. You guys are totally awesome. Thank you, Crystal. Oh, Tiffany, when I mess up, I just throw it away and walk off. Girl, that is, okay, that's a huge no-no in my book, because I have that feeling quite often. Just for example, the painting from yesterday, wanted to throw it away, never go back to it. But you owe it to yourself to finish your work, even if you think it's ugly. Okay, my gel pen's not working. Even if you think it's ugly and it's going nowhere, and you hate it so much, you want to destroy it, put it on fire, throw it out the window, I don't even know, do something violent to it, you shouldn't think that way. You should try to finish it, because you will learn something. Even if it's ugly, finish it, push through it, and in the end, you're going to be like, huh, okay, at least I finished something. And on top of that, I learned from it. Next time, I won't do it that way, you know? And then on top of it, in a year's time, you look back on your ugly drawing and you're like, oh my god, what was I doing? And then you can see the improvement. So that's why it's very important to finish your work. Thank you, William. Welcome from Brazil. That's awesome. That's really cool. Brazil! Thanks for your comments. Alright, so the eyes are looking quite nice. So we're going to start off with the right or the left side of his face. or her face. I don't know if it's a girl or a he or a girl. That blah, blah, blah. I can't talk. Let's just say that this is a guy with a flower crown, because that's super cute. So, like, he was forced to wear it, which I do sometimes to my rabbits. I force them to wear girly stuff because they look cute, even though they're boy rabbits. Okay, so we've got all of my pencil crayons here. I'm trying to figure out what color to start with. I think I'm going to start off with a warm gray number 3. We're going to start off here, on the side of the face. He's not going to be a ginger cat. It's going to be a gray cat, because I like gray. I love gray. Gray cat. Shia la bunny. Shia la bunny. I should probably erase some of these lines, although... Oh, wait, let's try. Yeah, okay, I think this is gonna be fine. So when you're drawing fur, guys, you have to, I always talk about this in every video, but people keep asking, and it's actually quite important for you guys to learn. You're drawing fur. I love using pencil crayons to draw fur. You can draw fur with other things, like, you can try with watercolor. It's a bit hard. It's actually very hard, but it is possible. You can also... Actually, I can't vouch for markers. I've never done fur with markers, and it's actually... I think I tried it once with a fox, and it was horrendous. So that's why I use pencil crayons. And you want to keep your pencil super sharp. And you have to assess sort of like the length of the fur. So for this cat, it has rather short hair. So you keep your pencil strokes short. And you got to follow the movement of the fur. So if the fur is going upwards, like towards up his eye here, you want to do it in that direction. So keep the movement of the fur. Yeah, Rianne! Rianne, I hope you feel better. That's really awful. What pencils do you use? I'm using Faber-Castell Polychromos. You can see all of the materials that I'm using right now for this drawing in the description below. Yay! Thanks for the new subscriber. God, my stream like twitches out if I have a subscriber bunny dance. Can't handle that dancing. Thank you, Susan. Do you have the picture of the cat? Actually, I have the reference photo. I found this on Pinterest. Maybe I should link the reference photo in the thing. I don't know where this photo comes from. If it's a photographer, obviously it has to be because it's professionally done. Let me add the reference photo in the corner. I totally forgot to do that. But afterwards I'm going to I'm going to try to find the photographer's name and link it in my description also. Because I don't like uploading photos or using photos without referencing them. I think that's not a good thing. But here, I found this little guy on Pinterest. Let me put him in the corner. And I'm going to put the photographer, I'm going to try to find it after the stream. I'm going to put it in the description. Well, it's a cute cat! I loved it! Yeah, subscriber bunny is freezing things. I don't know why. You gonna find it? I just searched for cat with floral crown on Pinterest. So I think, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. You know, Pinterest is a good way to find sources, like images to learn how to draw, which is what I use quite often. And it helps me a lot, actually, especially when it comes to animals. There's all kinds of beautiful things out there. So again, for those who are new to the stream, I have pre-recorded myself drawing the cat. So I did do, yeah, like a pre-record of the cat separately because it does take a while for me to actually draw the animal. And I don't want to actually show you guys, like, it takes a long time and people might get bored, so I always start this live stream with a coloring job. So I'm hopefully going to be uploading the actual drawing process, the sketch that I did on how I drew the cat's face. And explain it a little bit so you guys can have a tutorial on that. Okay, so we're gonna start drawing the... Well, technically I should draw... Where do you get your motivation? My motivation comes from all kinds of places. It can come from listening to music. I know that sounds very weird, but it's true. If I listen to certain types of music, I will get pretty inspired. I typically like to browse Pinterest. I'm a huge Pinterest fan, and I browse it constantly. There's all kinds of beautiful images on there, photography, and yeah, I just browse Pinterest. And then eventually I just get sort of an inspiration to draw that. If it's a beautiful image, then I'm like, oh, I'd like to try to draw that or recreate it somehow. And there's actually a lot of the practice, that's how I practice most of the time. I want to practice with the reference photo. So there's nothing wrong with practicing with reference photos. It's something I would actually recommend. I think I'm going to move the subscriber bunny downwards because he's a little bit in the middle of everything. And we seem to be getting quite a bit of subscribers. So let's move him to the corner. Okay. Hey, from Toronto. Hi, from my hometown. Welcome. Oh, well, I'm not actually from Toronto. I'm from I'm from Burlington. I don't know if you probably know where Burlington is, but that's where I'm from. That's where my family comes from. Or where I lived for the majority of my life was Burlington, Ontario. Lag, I don't know if you or me. It's me, it's my subscriber bunny. I don't know, he's lagging. He's making the chat lag. Or he's making the thing lag, which is unusual. When did you start YouTube? I officially opened up my YouTube account, I think it was February 2015. I think. But I wasn't serious about it. I was mostly doing it for fun. Like, I was maybe posting one video every, I don't even know, every few months. It wasn't serious at all. And I became very serious about YouTube in the end of September 2016. So that's when I started doing all of the things that I'm doing now. Alright, so the face here on the side is going to be a little bit tricky because it's a bit on the shadowy side. So his left side of the face is more on the shadow. So we're just going to work towards building the layers of shadows with the pencil crayon. So right now I'm just setting down the first layer, and we're going to start to build up with the color. So it might look a little bit faint right now, but we're going to just be building. We're going to be building! Did you know that Rob Ford died, the mayor of Toronto? Dude, he died like a while ago. That's old news, bruh. And of course I knew. What do you suggest for beginners? Oh, I can't follow the chat. What do you suggest for the beginners on an art career? For beginners, well, I would suggest getting informed. And that's not just getting informed in terms of the industry, but also getting informed in terms of the practice itself. So it's a lot to do with practice, getting to know what you like to draw, what you would like to push into in terms of the industry, like what kind of traditional or digital art, animation. There's all kinds of stuff that's out there. What you would like to accomplish with art. Inform yourself first, and then that's where you can really push. You gotta push in. So for example, for myself, I really want to become a professional realistic pet portrait artist, for example. So I'm really pushing all these pet portraits out, and that's what I'm practicing most of the time. So it's very important that you Learn your art, learn your practice, and practice every day. Practice as much as you can. This is very important. Gotta do it. That's how you get better. Have you ever drawn dog breed called Papillon? I haven't drawn one of those. I know which ones you're talking about. Guys, I think I'm gonna shut off my subscriber bunny. It's freezing up everything. Let's see if I just... Okay, I just turned off the subscriber bunny. It's freezing up the actual video. Don't know what's going on. But yeah, I do know that dog type. It's really cute. The ears are really crazy. I think it would be fun to draw, actually. Okay, I'm missing a warm gray somewhere. I have... When did you realize you wanted to be an artist? When did I realize that? I'd have to say approximately 2 years ago. So I have this long history with art. I've been drawing ever since I was a little girl. But it wasn't serious. It was just more drawing for fun. And then approximately 2.5 years ago, I got really serious about it when I started selling my portraits on Instagram, like little mixed media portraits for pet owners, maybe pets who passed away, for example, memorial portraits. It actually became a really nice niche market. And I got really, really serious at that point because I thought it was so much fun, and it was really fun to help people and to make them happy by drawing their pets. And of course I was getting paid for it on top of it, so it was fueling my hobby. So I was able to buy my materials, and I was able to buy more expensive materials, and it just kind of grew from there. So it's been a fun journey. It's been a really fun journey, and I think I'm only getting started with YouTube now, so it's been kind of crazy, but yeah, it's nice. I had a similar problem, just draw and practice a lot and it will come naturally. Exactly, Spirit Wolf. That's all I can say. And that's, people always ask me, do you have advice? How can you get better? Things like that. And that's the only answer I really have to give, because that's the only thing I know what to do. It's just a matter of practicing, guys. It comes naturally. Eventually will come naturally. Seems like my subscriber bunny is still working. Like, you hear the noise, but you don't see the bunny dance. But I don't think my stream is choppy anymore. Katarina, do your homework. Don't look at me. This is bad. Do you draw with Copics? Yes, I do draw with Copics. I'm actually gonna start. I wanted to incorporate Copics in this drawing as well. But as a disclaimer, I always say that I'm not a professional Copic drawer. I honestly only bought Copics in October and November. That was the first time I ever bought Copics in my entire life. And I was just like, whoa. Like, I've never done it before. I've never bought them. I never used markers before. But I do want to use it a lot more, so I try to draw with them. What animal do you recommend for a beginner? Okay, so that's also a tricky one, but I would recommend animals that are easy to... The animals I think that are easy to draw would be things like hamsters, for example, because it's just a ball of fluff. So if you want a piece, like a good way to practice drawing fur, for example, draw a hamster or draw a rabbit or draw a... Well, rabbits can be complicated also. Oh no, it's still lagging with the subscriber bunny. Draw, yeah, like a mouse, for example. Mice are quite easy to draw. And you can really, really practice the fur. It's a good way to start. Draw things that are fat, like little round things. I don't know what else. You can also just draw the animal's head, for example. I think animal heads is a good starting point as well, because you got everything. You've got the proportions that you need to practice. You've got the eyes, for example, the cat's eyes. It's always been the toughest part for me. And then you've got, yeah, just the general shape. It's a good starting point. Then you can slowly progress with the body. I have hamsters, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah! How did you come up with your YouTube name? So my YouTube name came from my Instagram accounts. My Instagram account I started 2014, and I don't know, it just came to me because I love bunnies. I'm a bunny mama myself. Like, I own a rabbit. I've owned 3 rabbits at one time, but yeah, they passed away. So yeah, I'm a huge bunny fan, and I thought something BB, like brushes and bunnies, like it's about bunnies and it's about art, because I was at the time on my Instagram, I was posting photos of my rabbits. So I was like, okay, that fits. And then it just progressed to art only, so it just stuck brushes and bunnies, and I think it sounds nice. Because I'm also drawing pet portraits, so even though it's bunnies in the name, it's animal-esque. Thank you, the Beast Gamer. Yes, and I also, if you really want to practice drawing animals, especially portraits like those, then look up, oh my god, the chat is going so fast. Look up some references and try to study anatomy as much as possible. Exactly. Which is why I avidly support going on Google, going on Pinterest, looking at books, animal books, maybe even going to the zoo and watching the live animal in action. So this is where you can get the gesture, you can get the curves, you can really observe the animal and how it works, because it's not only the body that you're drawing, it's also the expression, it's the behavior. So that's what's really hard to capture, is try to capture the life of the animal, right? So definitely, as a starter, as a beginner, you want to really immerse yourself in the world of animals and studying with reference photos. It's a lot of work, but as you do it, if you do it every single day, you will get there. It's just a matter of practice, guys. There's an old saying, practice makes perfect. Okay, wait a second. Where is my, there it is. Warm grade number 3. Do you sketch in colored pencils? I don't sketch in colored pencils. So if I'm using colored pencils, I'm using it for the purpose of drawing, like will be the final drawing, you know what I mean? Like for professional purposes. Sketching with penciled, I normally sketch with just regular pencils, like the blue pencil, like the tone here, you've got the blue thing, and then I also sketch with graphite. But anything else, I don't know. For sketching purposes, I just like to sketch with regular pencils. Just easier for me. Legend Predator, can you teach how to draw male figures? Oh my gosh, okay. So I've been trying to draw, I'm only starting to draw males now. I started drawing like the face. I'm really studying the face of a male, like how the features are. It's angular in shape. It looks very non-feminine, obviously. And I've been practicing so much. And yesterday I had such a bad time with it. I wanted to do an oil painting of a male figure, and I had to sketch. It looks really good. And then once I like move it to the oil, to the canvas, I just screw up. Like everything is just screwed up. So I'm learning it now. So once I get to know how to do it, I will make videos about it. I promise you. It's something that I'm actively working on. It just takes time. Magical cookie. Yeah, hamsters are just balls of fluff with googly eyes. That is true. And something I like to say also is when you're drawing, realistic portraits like this cat right now, I'm not focusing on getting every single detail because that's gonna drive you crazy. You're just gonna be like, oh my god, like the fur doesn't look right, it's just not the proper color maybe. Of course you want to try to get it as close as possible as the original, but there's just a lot of things that you cannot get right at the beginning, and that's totally fine. Just don't get discouraged and just go for it. Just keep drawing. Don't get discouraged because you're not getting the details right. That comes with time and patience and a lot of studying. Yeah, thanks for the new subscribers. I should probably update my thumbnail. What is your least favorite medium? Mine is pastels. Ooh, you erased your message, but I saw it before, so I'm gonna answer it. Mine is also pastels. I have been struggling with pastels. I've seen people do beautiful work with pastels. Like, especially for the background. I would like to use pastels for background work, but I'm a little bit afraid of that. Thank you guys. Okay, so I was just about to do something and I forget. Oh, the black. I know, my dancing bunny is making it choppy. I'm just gonna remove it, guys. Okay, dancing bunny has been removed. I hope my stream's not gonna be choppy. Maybe there's some weird settings with the Streamlab app. Okay, so let's start to add in the darker colors now on the side face. We're gonna use the black. So far I've been using only the, what color was it? Warm gray number 6. And it's not black enough. I need it blacker, guys. And here we're just kind of putting a lot of pressure. So we're putting a lot of pressure. I'm gonna increase that pressure. And we're gonna start adding sort of colors or black pencil strokes within the actual fur, just to kind of give it more emphasis or more contrast, I guess you can say. And at the same time, we're going to darken up the side of his face even more. So I want to use I think the Nougat color, because it's a little bit, the shadows on the cat's face is a little bit more of a brownish tone. So of course, don't be afraid to use different colors. If the cat looks gray, yeah, it looks gray, but if you zoom in really close into the photo, you're going to see different shades of different colors. So here, there's a lot of kind of brownish tone. So yeah. Ah, Nico found it! Picture was taken to promote. Okay, well, do you have the link? Maybe I'll save it. I'll save it to the side. I should probably link it though. If I'm using it in the video, I should link it. Okay, so we want to blend the outer parts of this, like the black lines in his face, into the fur now, because now it's a little too much, like it looks like veins on the side of his face. We want to make that blend more recognizable, so it doesn't look too veiny for, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Has to kind of blend in with the lighter parts of his fur. Like that. Thank you, Pencil Makes Art. Makes art, I should say. Oh, thank you, Katarina. You should be studying, girl. You were doing your presentation or whatever you had said. Shouldn't be watching me, you should be studying. All right. Hi, Emily, welcome. Have you always been obsessed with bunnies? Are they your favorite animals? Yes, I have. I've been obsessed with rabbits since I was 19. So like 6 years now. They are my babies. Nice drawing skills, Yagil. Yagil, whatever that means. Thanks, math. Yo, yo, yo. Thank you, Dieter. Dieter to go. That name is nice. Okay, so again, we're blending the darker parts into the lighter areas of the cat's fur. We kind of want to make a gradient here as well. Can you draw llamas? Okay, Bunny, what do you do if you mess up something and you don't want those half visible lines and stuff on it? What do you do if you mess up something and you don't want those half visible lines? I don't understand your question. Can you rephrase it? I actually don't understand what you... If you mess something up, do you mean like the sketching lines, for example? You're scared to mess that up? I should probably change the thumbnail. I'm gonna change the thumbnail, guys. We've been at this for a little while, so let's change the thumbnail. I'm also gonna take a water break because I'm thirsty. Ah. Kitty bear number 1. I had someone ask a question too, if I will be finishing this cat in this stream, and the answer is yes, I'm gonna try my hardest. I think we're going at a good pace right now. So we're gonna give it a go. We're gonna try to finish it. That's what I try to do in every stream. Plus it's only almost 5 o'clock at night, so it's like no big deal for me. Alright, so where is my thumbnail image? There we go. How often do you live stream? I live stream... Wait, water break. I live stream every Friday. I try to live stream at least twice a week. Yeah, at least twice a week. I do work full-time on the side, so I would love to live stream more often, but because I'm working, I just can't do that. Usually a stream will last between like at least 4 hours. So 4 hours every night is a bit hard, especially when you're working. So I can only do it on the weekends. I try at least. But I do publish weekly videos as well. So I have a couple on the go right now that I'm working on, like editing. So yeah, follow me. I got all kinds of interesting things happening in the works. This year's gonna be a pretty big year, I think. At least I'm hoping. Thank you, Pavel. Are you the type that when you mess up a picture, do you scrap it or you do it again? I usually scrap it. Okay, so here's the thing. I once did scrap it. Yes, I did scrap it. So I will find a bunch of unfinished pictures in my, like, I don't know, storage area. Now, what I typically do now is if I'm not liking the photo, I will not scrap it. I will finish it. Reason is because I will learn something from it. That's exactly what I've kind of been figuring out lately, that no matter what, you should always finish your work, because first of all, you have something to look back on in a year or so. If you finish it now, you look back on it in a year and you'll be like, oh my god, at least I finished it, but it was so bad, and you can try to recreate it again. So it's pretty interesting to see your finished work. I look upon my work all the time and it's just like, what was I thinking? Also because if you finish something, you owe it to yourself to finish it, and you will learn something. Every single time you do something bad, you don't like it, you don't like the direction it's going, doesn't matter, you will learn something about it. For the next time, you'll be like, oh yeah, true, I learned from that, or I'm not going to do that again. So yeah, I think it's pretty important. Okay, so let's switch the colors. Thank you, little snowflake. Do you watch Bob Ross? Once upon a time. Okay, Bob Ross is something else. I know he's on YouTube officially now. Like, someone posted his videos. You can find them everywhere. Or it was on Twitch. I saw him on Twitch and I was like, oh my god. They're just like playing his videos over and over on repeat. think it's pretty interesting. I haven't watched him as of late though. It's also because I'm not painting, so. But back in the day, that guy was back in the 90s. I think I was too young to remember, but I remember watching some of his shows. Or his episodes, I should say. Ah! Emily! What? Nika told me the stream was live, so I'm still studying. You should be studying! Don't watch me! Get off! You should be studying. There's all kinds of people studying, but they're watching me. That's not good, guys. Okay, so let's add more definition around his little eyebrows here. His little... we're gonna use a warm gray number 2 to further emphasize the kind of shading around his eyes. So it's a very light touch, but it works really well so that the white of the paper doesn't typically, it's not just the white of paper showing through, it gives a little bit more dimension. So I typically like using the warm gray colors, like the lightest warm gray colors. The warm gray number 2 and number 1 for this sort of, like when you're drawing white fur, there will be shadows and you cannot just have regular paper shining through because it's, you could have the paper color as part of the whiteness of the fur, like the most highlighted parts of the fur, but there will always be shadows. And for the white fur, I typically use the warm grays, so like the number 2 or the number 1. You can also use cold grays, but warm is much better for, I think, animal fur. It's just much more natural. So yeah. Just want to make sure to erase. What I like about this kneadable eraser is also it's really good for when you're working with graphite, so with pencils, but also with pencil crayons. So you can actually erase a little bit of the pencil crayon, which is nice. I'm gonna try to watch all of this. Whoa, you're in for the long run, girl. I don't know again how much I'm gonna be streaming today. But the plan is to finish it. But I'm already hungry and I ate a sandwich before. Like, what is that? So I'm just lightly sketching the areas I want to shade. So we're going to add more emphasis around the nose afterwards, but we're just putting in the color there now. I'm not sure if it looks right yet. And again, as you're adding shadow with the warm gray, you also want to mimic the hair, so like the pattern. So do some short pencil strokes as well. So it's not just shading in the areas, which you can also do, but you want to keep it a little bit fur-like. Are you interested with collabs with other big YouTubers? Have you contacted any? I haven't contacted any. I'm holding off for now because, of course, I'm interested. I think it'd be really fun to do. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm kind of a shy person in like, when it comes to this sort of thing, and having exposure in that regards, I think would be pretty intense for me. So I don't know, and I think I have to have more subscribers in order for them to even recognize or to even consider doing a collab with me. I've seen many collabs with other YouTube artists, and it looks really fun. Like, it looks really, really cool, but I'm really nervous. I don't know. I would like to have the opportunity, of course. But I don't think I have enough subscribers. It's all about that gain, yo. What do I have to offer them? Thank you, Gemma. Biggest fan. Thanks. My eyebrows? What's wrong with my eyebrows? I have eyebrows, guys. What are you guys saying? I think Bunny is Illuminati because her drawings are so beautiful. Should I rename myself to like Illumina Bunny? Illumina, I don't even know. Brushes and Illuminati. Yeah, brushes and bunnies. You guys are tripping me out here. Because we're gonna define this sort of like Like there's the dark gray of his fur that is cutting in, or there's a really defined pattern around his forehead here. So we want to kind of carve that out with the darker warm gray color around the edges a little. Like that. Thank you, Cool Kids Club. Thank you, Frutina. Frutina. Katniss. Thanks. Ah, thank you, Spirit Wolf. I'd love to collaborate with other artists around the world, but I'm not talented enough. Whew, that's a... Yeah, I feel you, girl. Feel ya. I'm not sure if it's, I mean, yeah, sure, talent plays into a lot of things when it comes to being an artist, but you also have to be strategic about it. There's a whole marketing aspect to being a YouTuber as well. And it's something that I'm actually figuring out every single day. There's a huge marketing aspect. You gotta figure out how to get, first of all, how to create good content. That's really difficult, and I'm still having difficulties with that. There's also how to reach out to your fans, how to build a fan base, using different types of social media. There's all kinds of things going into it. And I think that's the hardest point of being a YouTuber, is actually having to pay attention to it all. Especially you guys. So that's been really tough when you're working full time on the side as well. Okay, wait, I'm confused with the flower crown right now. I think his... wait a second. I got this. So we're gonna kind of make it more greens here. And then the rest... Okay, there we go. Thank you, Gianna. Thank you, Kiwi. My throat is really dry for some reason today. I hope I'm not getting sick. Ugh. It's itchy too. I haven't tried the Faber-Castell brand before. Do you really like that brand? Yes, I love this brand. That's all I've been using for a very long time. And I always say, I think a lot of the contribution, like why I use Faber-Castell, is because I do live in Germany. So it is a German brand and I have access to every single product. And I think it might be a bit cheaper because it's actually like, it's coming from the country that it's, I don't know if it's produced in Germany. I know there's the Faber-Castell Castle in Nuremberg, but I think they have factories all around the world. But yeah, from what I used to pay in Canada, it was definitely more expensive from what I remember. So I just have good access to it all here. So there's no need for me to try other products. I would love to try Prismacolor. I know that's typically more of the American brand. Canada, you also use it quite often, or you see it used more often than Faber-Castell, but yeah, I don't know. I've only used Faber. I love it. Bunny, do you have a boyfriend? I actually, I got a ring on my finger, so I am married to a German. What paper do you recommend for starting out? That's a very good question. It's a very, very good question because there's all kinds of papers out there. So the paper I'm using, you can find in the description below. It is, the brand is called Rowney. It's actually the only brand that I have been using. I've been using different kinds of papers for watercolor. Of course, there's different. There's Arches, which is fantastic. I love Arches paper, but that's mostly for watercolor. And then this paper here is really of a heavyweight. It's for professional drawing. It has a, it doesn't have an off-white color. Oh, I just smudged it. No. It doesn't have an off-white color, so it's crisp, it's white, it's thick. It's a heavyweight paper, 120 pounds, I think. And yeah, the brand is below. It's fantastic. I also have this brand for sketching, just regular sketching paper. And it works really well for marker, works really well for pencils. I haven't tried watercolor because it's not watercolor paper, but yeah, I'm really liking this brand. Pinsel und Hasien ist die beste Kunst-YouTuber. I never translated my name, my YouTube name in German. Pinsel und Hasien. A Brooklyn Rose, I love you. That's so funny. Pinsel und Hasien. Thank you also. Hi Bridges and Bunnies, do you remember me from your yesterday stream? Yes I do, Nicola. Why do you use a blue pencil for sketching? Okay. The primary reason why I use the blue pencil for sketching is because it's easier for me to erase than graphite pencil. Even though graphite pencil you might use like a very light H weight, like HB or 3H for example. I still have difficulties erasing it. So this Prismacolor, this is actually Prismacolor Coal Erase pencil. And it's very easy to erase. It doesn't leave marks on the paper as much as graphite, for example. And when you scan your drawing afterwards, you can easily erase the blue lines. The drawing, like the blue lines, are not supposed to show up on the scan either. So if you have a really good scanner, this is primarily the reasoning also. It just won't show up on the scan. And you can also just erase it very nicely on Photoshop. So there's all kinds of reasons, but that's pretty much the reason why. Thank you, Leia. Are you German? No, I'm not German. I'm Canadian, but I live in Germany. She is from German? No, I'm not. I'm not German. I'm 100% pure Canadian. Like a good maple syrup. That's what I am. Grade A maple syrup. Thank you, Abby. What program are you using for streaming? I'm using XSplit Broadcaster. I've tried all kinds. I've tried OBS. Actually, I've only tried two. But I've tried XSplit and OBS, and I'm really happy with XSplit. So XSplit has really nice features. So I am paying for I think I'm paying monthly for it. But yeah, I got the premium package. And yeah, it works really well. There's a girl in my art class in school and she thinks she can draw anything, but she can't. She's way too cocky. Oh gosh, that brings me back to university. Okay, I never studied art in university, but I did go to I did go to a program, my bachelor's for graphic design. And there were always those kids in school that were like they could afford all of the latest like MacBook Pros and all those like crazy things, and they think they were like the greatest things ever, like hot shot designer, and it's like it was so cringe. It was like, guys, come on, like I don't know. There's always gonna be those people in life, unfortunately. So I don't know. I hope I don't come across as one of those people, because I'm definitely not. I try to be as natural as possible and not. I don't know. I'm just doing it for fun, guys. But that's really funny. There will always be those people. Just ignore them. Keep doing your thing. Hi, Arthur. Oh, guys, no religion talk. No religion talk in this chat. This is only about art. I don't want politics. I don't want religion. This is a free space just to talk about art, ask questions, and learn. No religion. And just to throw it out there, I'm not religious, so that's why I don't like to talk about it. Although I do like visiting churches, but mostly the European churches. I think they're so beautiful. Just mostly for the architecture, though. Will you marry me? Well, I'm already married. I've got a ring on my finger. Alright, so I can't wait to draw the flower crown. I think it's gonna look so cool. I'm trying to think if I should, before I progress further on this side of the face, because I know, knowing me, I'm gonna smudge it with my hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the ear, or at least I'm gonna finish the ear, and then we're gonna move on to like the side face here, like his side muzzle. So we're just gonna work in sections. I think it's just easier that way. How do you feel about cannabis? Oh, ooh. I don't wanna. No comment. I think it's great. I think I'm down for the legalization. I mean, Canada's going to be legalizing it this year, so it's really cool to talk about it, and it's cool that the government's considering it. I think it's going to bring a lot of good things for people, especially with health issues, whether it's mental health, whether it's cancer, whether it's terminal illness. I think it's definitely something that should not be illegal. So yeah, I'm definitely up for it. I'm a big fan. Although I'm not a pothead, guys. Just saying, I think it's good for the general public. When did you start drawing? So I've always been the kid that was always drawing. It's just been something that I've always been doing, but I haven't done it serious. It was more like just for fun. I was maybe drawing like manga. I went through manga phase. Obviously, I can remember since I was a 4-year-old, like just picking up things and drawing Pokemon. I was drawing my own Pokemon. I was drawing all kinds of stuff, but I wasn't serious about it. And I got really serious about it lately for 2 years now. And what you're seeing me draw now has only been an evolution of 2 years, I would say. Yeah, exactly, Emily. You don't need Copic markers and everything to create awesome artwork. No, that's totally that's totally true. not true. That's totally true. You don't need expensive things. You really don't. Start off with the cheaper things. That's how you have to learn, guys. If you're new to this, start off with the cheap things. Don't break the bank. Don't go crazy because you think you need expensive things to make good artwork. That is not true. You need to first practice with what you have, what's available to you. If you guys are young and you guys can't afford it, it's totally fine. Get your parents to buy it for you, or save up and buy the cheaper things and use it to practice. It's just think of it as like the first level in a video game. You gotta make do with what you have, and then as you progress, as you level up, you can buy more expensive things. And also as you get older, you can buy more expensive things. So I never drew with Faber-Castell. I never drew with Copic markers. I had Faber-Castell, but I had like the kid ones, you know, like the regular pencil crayons. So yeah, don't feel the need to buy expensive things. It's not true. I've only been using expensive things because I have only been able to start affording it within the last couple of years. So I'm kind of proud on that regards because I'm working full time. I am a project manager, so I could, you know, at least afford a little bit of luxury art supplies, which I'm, oh my gosh, I've been dreaming of this moment all my life. But yeah. This is so cute. Thank you. My English is bad. I'm from Poland. Hello from Poland. No worries. Your English is good. Welcome, welcome. What's it like paying for refills? I've never, so like you're talking about like the markers, right? I've never actually had to buy a refill yet because I'm very new to the marker scene. So I have brand new Copics, I have brand new touch markers, apart from the touch markers that I had for 10 years, which I barely use because I just didn't like working with them. So I'm very new to it all, but I haven't had to buy refills. So I'm looking forward to the day that I have to buy a refill because I'm going to be filming it and I'm going to be showing how to do it. And you guys are going to see me probably fail how to insert the refill or how to refill my marker. But yeah, it's part of the learning experience. Yeah, we got all kinds of Polish people. from England. Woo! I love England. This was in my recommendations. Welcome, Prabdin. I can't say your name, I'm sorry, but welcome. Okay, so we've got the crown. We've got the crown. I'm sorry if I offend any British people, but sometimes I like to have a really bad accent. But I am Canadian, so I think it's okay, right? Because we're Commonwealth. So. Villion. I'm trying to pronounce your name. Villion. Le Villion. Villion. Yeah. Alright, I think we're making good progression. I think I have to update the thumbnail very soon. Oh, don't tell me you have popcorn. I don't have a microwave. It's not working, so I've been in a popcorn... What's it called when you're like... Not popcorn rehab, what's it I forget the English word for like withdrawal. I've been through popcorn withdrawal. I love popcorn. I love popcorn so much. And you know, in Germany, we cannot buy buttered popcorn. You know, just good old regular buttered popcorn. Germans have a weird thing for sweet popcorn. And I find it's the grossest thing ever. It's like, dude, don't make sweet popcorn. Has to be salty, has to be buttery. But I can't buy it here. Do you have cats? No. I'm allergic. I don't have cats. I'm actually afraid, like, all the cats I've known in my life have been douchebags to me. I'm not good with cats. I've always been really allergic to them, so I couldn't establish a connection with them. So I don't know how to hold them. I don't know how to, like, I don't know. They're just, I'm just not good with cats, guys. Okay, so we're gonna start with the nose. I'm gonna get my pinks out. I've never seen you before, then I saw you in your drawing and subscribed. Cheyenne from Cheyenne? Thank you! That's awesome! Thank you for the compliment and the support. That means a lot to me, honestly. That's really cool. Thank you, Raz. Alright, so I'm thinking of the nose here. Okay, we're gonna sharpen up my peachy colors for the nose. Game of Thrones? Oh yeah. Game of Thrones. Yeah, Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is a classic. I'm still waiting on the, what is it, the 6th book to come out. The 6th one. I've read all of the books, and I've been patiently waiting for the new one to be released, but he hasn't been releasing it for years. So I hope that this year will be the year that he decides to publish or release the book, because I've been waiting. But I've been following up with all the seasons. Okay, I'm gonna erase the blue line of the nose because the pink color is quite light, and I don't want the blue to shine through. So we're just gonna gently erase that like that. But you can still see it come through, which is what I want. Just not pretty, I don't want it too intense. Okay, so we're gonna add the initial color down first, and then we're gonna start adding the darker pinks to the nose. And then we're gonna add the really darkest areas, like the inside the nostrils, which is a little bit more of like a gray reddish color. And then, yeah, we're gonna start adding layers. And that's how I typically draw. So just gonna add a very light pink layer first, then progress from there. I see you from Mexico. Hi! Mexico, cool. Welcome. I've never been to Mexico. I would have liked to go. I would have liked to went, but I can't say English grammar. What is that? I would have liked to visit like one day, but I live too far away now. I think it's quite expensive for me to go visit South America or yeah, Mexico from Germany. But yeah, it's a cool country. You guys have the best food too. Uh. Uh. If you could master any art form, what would it be? It would definitely be oil. Oil painting. If I could master that, I would do it in a heartbeat. That's something that I think takes years to get right, and I'm torturing myself right now. You guys don't see it. I don't film it. I haven't shown any footage, but I am torturing myself with oil painting. So. Hi from Germany. Hello. Guten Abend. Alright, so let's add some more tones to the nose. Actually, I want to start adding the inside nostrils too, so we're going to try to find I don't have the proper color, I think. Well, do I? Let's look at my Faber-Castell box. I think I might have a nice dark red here. Indian red? Wait, do I already have? I have duplicates of every color, I swear. Okay, I already have this color, so we're gonna put this away. We're gonna put that away. We're gonna use the color that I already have. Kannst du Deutsch? Ah, Exotic Butters is speaking German to Kawaii Potato. I think you're talking to me. Aber ich kann Deutsch. Ich kann auch Deutsch sprechen. Ich kann ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. Und ich kann fast alles Deutsch verstanden. Don't laugh at me. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's use I don't know if this is the proper color, but we're gonna go ahead. If it's not the proper color, since it's a dark color anyways, we can just add dark gray on top to kind of remove the reddish color to it, but I think this is okay. Like that. We're gonna add a thin line on the center. I think little cats have small nostrils. They're so cute. Little baby cats. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, because I want to finish the actual nose, I want to kind of blend the nose much nicer in color. I'm going to take a salmon pink for my Copic markers, and we're just gonna go over top of that. I hope the color is not... I think this color is perfect for cat noses. This is the salmon pink. Looks really nice. We're not gonna color all of it in, because this color is quite strong, because we want to leave a kind of a lighter pink on top of his nose. What we're going to do now is we're going to go back with the flesh color from the pencil crown, and we're just going to kind of blend those two colors together. I'm saying kind of a lot, I'm so sorry, but yeah. Just make it a little bit sort of like a gradient. Try to keep a highlight in the center or on the top of the nose, and just blend in the rest. Then we can go back with the marker again and add a darker color here, where like the bottom of his nose. And then, yeah, just do the same on the other side. And now, because his nostrils are not dark enough, I want to go back with the gray. Dark gray. Thank you, Raz! Bunny, please use music. I'm not going to be using music in the stream because it seems to be laggy. Like, my subscriber buddy's lagging also, so I have to try to look into it again. And I also don't really want to put the music today. I think we're just gonna chill without music. So sorry if it's a little bit boring, but yeah, it was a spontaneous stream today. Wasn't planning on. Okay, so I think the nose is coming along nice. Now for the underside of his mouth, we want to go with the lips now, and that's going to be kind of... I've always had difficulties with the lips because it's a bit pinkish on the inside, but it's also like gray on the outside of his lips. Pimpin, welcome! So let's just go ahead and erase these blue lines because we don't want the blue to show through. Like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take very, very sharpened points of the flesh color for the, like this color here that I've been using. We're going to take very sharp point, and we're just going to draw a very fine line where his lips are. Here you could like loosen up your pressure. Also, don't have to draw such a thick or hard line. It could just be very soft. We're gonna enhance it later on. Just to kind of show where the general lips go. You can kind of start to sketch out the color onto like the bottom part of his lip. I honestly don't know cat anatomy, so I don't know if I'm describing this right. But yeah. Alright, so now we're gonna go with the darker color. Actually, wait, hold the front door. We're gonna use the Indian red, and we're gonna just do a tiny little triangle shape on the, like, it's so cute. Draw a little triangle shape where his upper lip meets his lower lip. So they have like little triangle mouths. Like that. Oh, baby. And you can also further enhance the line here on the upper lip with the dark red. So it kind of goes up towards the middle of his nose. There's a line in between his nose as well. Water break. Is that a real cat or not? It's my sister's birthday. Do you think the portrait is good? Pavel, are you going to be drawing the portrait? If it's your sister's birthday, I would definitely recommend that you do, because if my brother were to draw a portrait of me, I would cherish it forever. Just saying. I think it's really fun. Thank you, Matilda. Hi, Mantra. Hello, Lila. Alright. Hold the front door. Hold the front door. I don't know if you guys know, but I don't know if it's a Canadian expression, but we say it quite often, or I say it quite often. My family says it quite often. Maybe it could be French Canadian. We say it in French. Hold the front door. Like, it means to like hold up, guys. Like, hold the front door. I don't know how to explain it. Just so you know, Canadians can be a little bit weird with their antics. Okay, so let's shade in the side of his face here. This is where the magic comes together, guys. I'm actually quite excited. So for this, we're going to be using the warm gray number 2, I think. I'm thinking if I use warm gray or if I use cold gray. Okay, we're going to use warm gray. We love you in Canada. Ah! Welcome. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. We love you in Canada. That's awesome. My fellow Canadians. Okay, so here's the challenging part, because we got such a straight cut here on the side of his face that we want to kind of find a way to blend in the little cat muzzle into this part. And the best way to do this is just to take the warm gray and start to outline sort of the ball shape. It's like a ball or like a bubble or something. It looks cats have weird mouths. They're cute though, cute mouths. But there is a bit of a shadow here, so we want to further blend this in. But you want to keep the color of the paper there, because it's just part of the highlight of the cat's muzzle or mouth. I don't know what it's called, guys. What is this called? We love you from Hungary. Thanks, Noemi. That's weird. I have my colleague. Her name is Noemi also, and she's from Hungary. I don't know. It's probably not you, but still, I think that's pretty funny. That's why I started laughing, because I was like, huh, what? Okay, so now we're just going to shade in. Now, I wouldn't worry too much about keeping the fur texture on the here, because this is challenging, especially when it's white. It's more so of a shade of color rather than fur texture here. I think more of the fur with like the short pencil strokes will happen when you're trying to draw like the whisker holes. That's where I would typically do it. But yeah. Hello everyone. Hi, Tomiju. I don't know. It's a pretty lively chat today, guys. It's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start sketching in the little whisker holes. And this I typically just do like little dots or like little sections of color here. And of course, as they go towards the nose, they get smaller in size. So you want to make sure you keep that a little bit realistic. And of course, they're larger in size at the very end, so far away from the nose. And they of course follow a sort of movement. They're kind of curving with the curving towards the nose. So you want to keep or capture that movement somehow. No whiskers. Very funny. I'm not drawing whiskers. I keep saying in every live stream I have to order a white gel pen. For whatever reason, my art stores here in Berlin do not carry thin white gel pens, so I cannot find it. I have to order on Amazon, and I have no idea. I keep saying I have to do it, but I don't. So yeah, I know I have to do it, but this one I'm not going to be drawing whiskers because I know I'm going to ruin it. Okay, so we're going to further outline the lip here with a darker shade of warm gray. I'm thinking I should update the thumbnail. Cats are my favorite animal, that's why I have 9. Whoa! I would probably die if I went to your house. I'm deathly allergic. I have an asthma attack. The nose is so cute! Thank you, Crystal! So as you progress, you want to always erase your reference lines. This really depends. I didn't erase it around here because I didn't really need to because I'm working with dark colors. But that's kind of the lazy way out. Honestly, guys, make sure that you work clean. Make sure that you erase your reference line. Unless you're just doing a regular sketch, then that's fine. But if this is for professional purposes, if you're selling it, if you're gifting it to someone, you want to erase your guidelines. So always go work one step ahead and erase the section and then color it in, and then erase the next section and color it in. So you always just want to make sure, especially when you're using a blue color because it's so different than the other natural colors of the cat. So unfortunately, yeah. And here we're just going to be doing short brushstrokes, not brushstrokes, short pencil strokes. Hi, this is so pretty. Thank you, Jetstream. Like that. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to eat something soon. Okay, so we're gonna add a line of red here because the lips are kind of getting lost with the gray. We kind of want to further define that. Thanks, guys. Guinea pigs in my life. I had 4 guinea pigs once upon a time. It was really funny. We had a leader guinea pig and she was really fat. We bought her from the pet store and she was pregnant. We had no idea. We just thought she was getting fat. And she was the boss. She was the leader of everyone. Like they would follow her. Like she was the head honcho of the group and they were all females. It was really funny. I didn't know they could do that. And they were always breaking out. Talking about breaking out, my rabbit has been breaking out of his cage all of December, as well as lately, so we've had to tie down his cage doors because he's learned how to break out of his cage, and he will escape in the early hours of the morning, and also when you put him to bed and he gets into a tantrum, he doesn't want to go in his cage, he doesn't want to go to bed, so what he'll do, he'll break out of his cage, and you could hear him. And it's the most hilarious thing ever. I want to kind of catch him in action. I really want to film it and be like, oh, like, caught you, and put it on YouTube as a video. It'd be so funny. But I don't think I'll manage. Dank memes. Dank memes, yo. Yo, is your profile picture Donald Trump? With sunglasses? That's awesome. Dank memes, bub. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to use this marker. I want to use I want to use my cool gray number 1. Boss, yo. Boss. Hello, welcome. I have a pet rat. That's really cool. Dank memes. Dank memes. You want to be my daddy? I can't even. I don't know if you're trolling, but those kind of trolls like make me laugh a lot. I'm an avid. Maybe I shouldn't admit this, but I do like to browse 4chan and all those websites. So if you guys are trying to troll, it's not gonna get to me because I think it's hilarious. Just so you know. Alright. Oh, I don't want to ruin that side of the face. Okay, so. Thank you, Arion. Arion, I hope I said your name right, but thank you. He's a lazy potato. That's hilarious. You are magic. Thank you, Nicola. Well, I'm not magic. It would have been fun times if I was. Like Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Alright, so let's we're gonna continue this side of his little mouth now. What was I using? Warm gray number 2. Thank you, Shira. What kind of witchcraft do you use to improve your art? Okay, so I use a mixture of black magic and white magic. It's kind of controversial, but I've been dabbling in both. I can't say that stuff. Let's say. First of all, I don't know the difference. I know that it exists, but I don't do witchcraft, guys. I'm not a witch. Burn the witch? Yeah, no. Thank you, Isla. You should draw a deer. Oh, it'd be so cute. I should draw Bambi and Thumper, but realistic, rather than cartoon style. Having a realistic Bambi and Thumper would be so sweet. That's a good idea, actually. Like a woodland scenario. Thanks, Willows. Thank you, Dank Memes. I appreciate. Hashtag Dank Memes. Thanks, bruh. Bruh. You good. Get good, son. There's like weird noises coming from outside. I don't know. Nico, don't lie to us. You just sacrificed diamond cake to the Lord and Savior Patrick. You got me there, Nico. You got me there. We bought a dame cake on Thursday and I already ate it all. Oh, so good. Every time I live stream, I'm always eating that cake. The last live stream on Friday, I also had a piece of that cake after. It's just my go-to. You're the best at drawing, use your magic. Thank you, Leela. I hope that, yeah, no, I'm not, yeah, I'm not witchcraft, guys. I don't do witchcraft. I'm drawing too. Yeah, I hope everyone's drawing with me. Drawing is fun. It's a nice way to relax on a Sunday. Especially if you have work or school tomorrow and you're just like, man, like, it's a good way to prep yourself. Oh god, my ears are so itchy. I think I'm allergic to something. Dank Memes, chill. Chill. It's all good. Whose cat is this? This cat is a random cat I found on Pinterest. I just literally typed in cat with floral crown. I originally wanted to draw a rabbit and a cat together with a floral crown. Something cute, something different that I haven't drew or drawn, what's the proper word to say, in a while. And yeah, I decided to draw this one because I thought he was really sweet looking and his eyes were beautiful. So if you guys have been following me for a while, like on my past streams, you guys know how hard I have like difficulties drawing cat eyes. And it's been quite a journey. You guys have seen me through the tough times, So yeah, I'm just doing this for practice purposes. Okay, so let's continue the side of his face. Witchcraft free stream, yeah. I'm drawing, wait, the stream's going so far, I can't read this stuff. I'm drawing, but I'm really bad at it. My cat isn't looking so good. If you're feeling like the cat face, for example, is not going the way you want it to, I know I keep saying to finish your drawing, but actually what you should do right after, or like immediately, is to actually just take another piece of paper and try it again. Just keep trying until you get it. Actually with the cat, what did I do this with? I did this with human face. I was practicing yesterday. I was doing a tutorial on how to draw braids, for example. And the girl that I was using as sort of like the model for on paper, this is not making sense, but the girl I was using, I was having such a difficult time drawing her face that I had to redraw her 3 times to get it right. I only filmed once, but yeah, just keep doing it. You will learn every time you try it. Every time you put your pencil on paper, you will learn something. Okay, so what color do I use? Okay, so let's continue this face here. Thank you, Patricia. What should I draw? Well, maybe try to draw this cat. Try to draw what I'm drawing. I know I haven't shown the initial steps to drawing the actual cat's face, like the sketch. I did film it, and I'm going to be releasing it as a video tutorial. I have to work on it on the week, during the upcoming week. But yeah, try to draw a cat with a cute little floral crown on it, and tag me in it on Instagram. So my Instagram information is here, also in the description below. And tag me your drawings. I love seeing if you guys can recreate what I'm doing. It's really fun. It's really cool to see all kinds of artists. What kind of cat is this? I have no idea. I'm not an expert with cat breeds. I'm not a cat person. I have no idea. It's just a... I don't know what kind of cat that is. He's a really cute cat though. With the green eyes. Beautiful eyes. Ooh, I love it. Thank you, Koala. Have you ever drawn on gray sketch paper? Yes. I have it farther behind on my couch, but I do have gray paper. It's like a thick cardboard paper, and you can draw with pastels typically on it and like white pencil crayon. So if you're drawing an animal, exactly what I'm drawing right now would have been actually a really good thing to do on gray paper because he's mostly gray, so you get the undertone of the grayness coming through, and then the white pencil crayon shines really, really well. You can also use like a white pastel, and it works really, really well. But I typically don't draw with gray because it's for special things. I want to improve. You can get different tones of paper as well, but it's actually a really interesting style to pursue, especially if you draw on black paper. I think that's also quite interesting. Yeah. But it's not really the style that I like. I like clean, crisp, white paper. It looks really nice when you frame it. So again, for those newcomers, what I typically do when I'm drawing fur is I start off with the lightest tone. So I'm using warm gray number 3, and then I add the shadows gradually with either marker or different tones of the warm gray. So I just build the shadow with layers. Do you like cats as in their appearance? Not really in person. Yeah, exactly. So I like cats in their appearance. I think that it's funny because when I look at a kitten, I don't automatically think cute for whatever reason. I'm not a cat person. People see baby cats and they love it. I see baby cats and I think they look like little gremlins. They're not cute to me. And that's just the way I've always felt. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But then if I see puppies, I think they're adorable. So I don't know. Especially baby bunnies. I also think they're adorable. But yeah, I like the feline aspects of the eyes and the nose, a little button nose. I think it's really fun to draw. But to own a cat, I wouldn't. It's not mine. I'm not a cat person. And they're beautiful creatures, but I don't know. Rabbit boss, yeah. I'm a rabbit girl. So rabbits are my jam. Rabbits are the best animals. You guys cannot argue with that with me. That is my personal opinion. Rabbits are the bomb. They're such sweet little creatures. Little gremlins. Thank you, Nora. Not cute. This cat's not cute. It's pretty, yeah. There are some pretty cats though. I've seen some beautiful photos of cats. Like they have the bright blue eyes and they've got I think it's the ragdolls. I don't know if that's a breed, but yeah. I think the ragdolls, they're gorgeous. Bengal? He's a Bengal ragdoll mixed with some other breeds. Oh my god, that must be a pretty cat. Because Bengals are beautiful as well. I recently drew a Bengal cat in one of my past live streams and I had so much fun doing it. It was the first time I drew one and it was pretty nice. It was a beautiful girl Bengal cat and they're gorgeous. Those are gorgeous cats. I even have to admit, like, beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna use the black. We just want to darken some of these shadows on the top here where they sort of like the darkness meets the crown. Just really want to further define that. It's not as defined as I want it. So we're putting a lot of pressure here. When you're drawing with this black, or when you're drawing the deepest, darkest shadows of the portrait, you want to put some pressure. So don't have to do short strokes or anything, just kind of sketch it in. And as you progress, so like as I'm bringing the pencil down from the upper part of his head down to sort of the softer areas, like the lighter values, you want to loosen your pressure up. So you want to add more pressure at the top, and as you descend, you want to kind of lift the pressure up. This will create a gradient, like a nice blending gradient. Is this stream going to be on your channel? Yeah, so all of my streams are live. Okay, wow. Yeah, duh. All of my streams are live, but afterwards they are uploaded in a playlist that I have on my YouTube channel, and you can rewatch the streams back and forth, or you can fast forward, do whatever you like. They're going to be like 4 hours long, but you can definitely go back and check it out. It takes a few hours to process once the stream is over, but maybe within, like, by tonight the stream will be live on my channel. So yeah, they're always archived. I call them archived. They're not really archived. They're just kind of uploaded as individual videos on my playlist. Okay, so cold gray. So much detail, it kills me. Yeah, killing me too. It's a good killing feeling though. It's like you're accomplishing. It's coming to life in front of your eyes, and that's the most exhilarating part of drawing. You're just like, ah, like when it starts and you're like, damn, you see the expression happening, you see the life come alive, you see the animal come alive, you're just like, whoa, what is going on? Is this witchcraft? No, but seriously, this is the best part. That's why it's really important to get the expression right, especially if you're drawing a portrait for a customer, for example. You want to get the expression right, because that's where it will look more like the pet that they have. So yeah. Now, a lot of the expression comes from the eyes. It's like anything else. I think I have to update my thumbnail. I haven't updated in a while, so let's update. Little kitty face, looks so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna update the thumbnail. Cat number 2. I've only updated it once. What? I have no one to remind me. Arthur is usually in the stream reminding me to update. Okay, so let's update that thumbnail. Do you use Copics? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do use Copics. I have a couple box sets here of 36. I have in total, oh gosh. What is 72? I have 72 Copics. I can't do math. Okay, let me just take a water break. I'm not dabbing, guys. I'm not dabbing. Do you like computer drawing? I don't like to do it myself, but I do like to watch people do it. So I think it's really cool. It's a nice skill to have. Okay, let's see if the thumbnail has been updated. The thumbnail should be updated now. I hope so. It's been a while. Ah, we made it to 15,000! 15,000 subscribers! Ooh, 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 ooh. My awkward dance for y'alls. We made it to 15,000, guys. Awesome. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Ah, I have to put my hair up. It's going crazy. Okay, so let's continue. Made it 15,000. That was my goal for the weekend. I really wanted to reach 15,000. 10,000 more subscribers and we're gonna have a giveaway. 10,000 more. So 25,000, it's giveaway time. I don't know when I'll be reaching that point. That's gonna be scary. 25,000 subscribers. Wah wah wah. Yay! You guys are awesome. Y'all make me happy. You guys are the best. Honestly, I actually had no idea that the art community was this. The art community on YouTube, I didn't know. Also on Instagram. Instagram is pretty supportive as well. I had no idea that there were so many people who were actually, so many people like me who were passionate about art. I thought it was really, really cool to meet all kinds. And you guys are so crazy. You guys are like so inspiring. Oh, you're the best. Okay, so we're gonna sketch in the ear here. I'm gonna use a lighter one. Oh, wait, with me. I'm drawing a wolf with you, and it has like the same pattern and stuff of the cat. That's really cool. I would actually like to draw a wolf again. So I did a live stream. For those of you guys who are avid stream watchers of mine, you guys remember the wolf that I did, the battle scar. And I'm definitely looking forward to drawing another wolf. I would like to draw a wolf that looks very angry, like aggressive wolf. Kind of in action, you know, like National Geographic, like about to tear apart some sad little creature without the blood and gore, but I want to draw a nice aggressive wolf. And again, it's all about the expression, right? It's about trying the expression, trying to see if you could capture the aggressiveness. Would be cool. Maybe have like spit flying out of his mouth, or something. Do you have wait, what pencils are you using? I'm using Faber-Castell Polychromos. You can find the you can find all of the information, like what I'm using, in this video down below in the description. Below the video. Do you have any favorite YouTubers? Of course I do. I have quite a bit. Actually, too many to name. If, like, I don't know, are you asking like non-art related, or are you asking like art related YouTubers? Because of course I watch like the ones that we all know, like Bailey J and Jazza is his name, Jazza. I always forget. And Mark Hilly, and yeah, there's all kinds of nice art YouTubers out there. There's a lot of oil painters that I watch as well. And I'm really bad with names. I'm forgetting all the names. There's one that I really like. He's a watercolor artist, Lauvan. I think he's from Germany also. And he paints really nice, like anime or manga, anime style, Final Fantasy. He paints a lot of really nice watercolor portraits. Video game oriented. The struggle is real. Nico, go to bed. If you have school tomorrow, go to bed, yo. I have work tomorrow, but it's only 6 o'clock in the afternoon for me, so it's not that bad. Isn't it like... How late is it in Poland? Shouldn't be that late. So gamers, YouTubers, other YouTubers I like. Okay, so I'm an avid fan of H3 Productions. Oh my god. Also iDubbbz. Yeah, I like iDubbbz. I really like him. It's my kind of humor. Gamers, I don't watch gamers. I watch Sim Supply, I think is the name for Sims 4 Let's Plays. I'm such a loser. Yeah, Sims 4 Let's Plays. And I don't really watch gaming ones. I just like funny, I don't know, iDubbbz. Alright, so I think we got the ear. Now we're gonna finish the side of his face. We're gonna get there, guys. We're getting there. So we're just gonna hustle a little bit. Yes, iDubbbz TV. iDubbbz. Can you draw a horse or a panda at any time? Yes. It's all in the works, guys. It's all in the works. Drawing a horse, I'm probably not going to draw it live. I'm probably going to draw it in a video because it's going to take a while. I think it's going to take a long time to draw a horse. Like a cat is just a cat face, you know? But a horse, it's a big thing. That's going to take a long time. Oh my gosh, you look so different from the last stream review. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think my hair is all crazy. But the last stream, yeah, I have new lights, guys. I have new lights and I have a new webcam. So you guys can actually see me much clearer than before. I think last time I was pretty much in the dark all the time. Thank you, Art Diego. Ooh, do you watch Art a la carte? I am subscribed to her, yes. Or, yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. Subscribed to a lot of people, guys. I'm like got all kinds of subscribes. My feed is always full. Oh, it's Martin Luther King Day. You have the day off? Is that normal in America to have the day off for that? That's really cool. Wait, did we have the day off in Canada? I don't think we do. Have you ever tried to draw an underwater scene? No, but that's something that I've been wanting to draw for a while. I think it'd be so cool. Like a Pretty Little Mermaid or something. I think you look better with a beanie. Well, thank you. I ain't got a beanie with me though. I just came out of the shower, so my hair is like kind of wet. Kind of not brushed properly. Maybe I should put a beanie on though. Beanie and sunglasses. What's the best eraser that you used? Okay, so I'm using the kneadable eraser. This is like putty. You can really, yeah, knead it, whatever. It's kneadable. And this works really well for graphite. It picks up the graphite really well. It also picks up a little bit of the pencil crayon as well. So it works, I really, really like it. And I use it. This is the only one that I use. I don't use the other types of erasers anymore because I don't need to. This eraser does everything. It's awesome. You could shape it. You could make it smaller if you want. You could use a bigger one. It's really versatile. That's what I like. What I like, yo. I like it. You use Prismacolor? I'm using Prismacolor. So for the blue sketch, I use the Prismacolor Cool Erase. But for the coloring job, I'm using Faber-Castell Polychromos. That's a good brand. It's nice. Works really nice. I've never tried the Prismacolor colored pencils. I never had to use it. I've always been really satisfied with Faber-Castell. So, yeah. She looks like Taylor Swift. Me? No way. I don't look like Taylor Swift, guys. I think, no. First of all, I'm not skinny enough. I'm definitely not skinny enough to look like Taylor Swift. And I don't like her haircut. She has a weird haircut. How long have you been drawing and did you go to art school? I've never been to art school, and everything is self-taught. And I have been drawing like seriously for the past 2 years or so. But I've always been drawing. It's just been something that I've been doing since I was a little girl. What did he say? I totally missed it. Hi again. Hi. Thank you, Salome. Hey, are there more expensive pencils worth it? Because I've seen like a lot of money for just a few pencils. Was it worth it or should I look for regular ones? Oh, good question. So, for one of these pencils here in Germany, like one of these Polychromos pencils, Faber-Castell, I pay approximately €1. Oh, I can't remember the cents. €1.20 or €1.40. I can't remember. But it's €1 something. It's definitely over €1. It's not like 50 cents per pencil. It's quite pricey if you put it that way. So if you buy 10 pencils, you're gonna pay over like $10, obviously. But yeah, they're definitely worth it in my opinion. I've never really bought the cheaper brands because I've just never. Since I can't afford the Faber-Castell ones, I don't really need to buy the cheaper ones. So I can't really speak on quality-wise what works for other brands. But if you guys are beginners, I always suggest to just go for the cheaper brands. Go for what you can afford, because you want to practice first, and then you want to get better as you progress. Right? So that's typically how it should work. Thank you, Comet. Sometimes when I draw and something doesn't turn out the way I want it, I'm like, I'm quitting art. But then I remember that you always tell us not to give up, so I try again. Exactly. Don't do it, because you're gonna regret it. It's so bad. Like, you're gonna regret it. If you're really passionate about drawing and you want to get better as an artist, and you give up for a few years here and there, and then you pick it up again, all of that time you've lost because you always thought you weren't good enough, and there's no point in trying because you're never going to get there or something like that. You're going to regret it so hard once you're older. Once you're like maybe my age, I have regretted it. I went through years without even picking up a pencil, and I regretted it so much because I kept thinking to myself, like, right now, at this point in my life, if I would have kept drawing throughout my teen years, like my late teen years, I would have probably been at a whole different level right now. And I'm working so hard to catch up to that. Oh, it's actually really kind of discourages you. But I know that I keep telling myself now that in a year or two, I want to be at a certain level. And if I keep drawing every single day, it's gonna make me get there faster. So yeah, it's all about how you see it. It's all about the perspective, like what you want to do. If you're serious about it, you'll do anything to make it happen. I get better, I feel like I'm not progressing. This is a journey in itself. Good question. It's a very good question. How do I answer this? There's a time where you will feel like you're not progressing. You're kind of plateauing. If you ever feel that way, it's mostly because... Can you bring me milk rice, please? I'm hungry. Thank you. The chocolate one, yeah? If you have... Huh? Oh. If you ever feel that way, I would suggest trying something new, challenging yourself, because that's gonna bring you more of a skill set. I don't know how to explain this properly. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like you're plateauing and you're not improving and you're just drawing the same thing over and over again, I would definitely suggest breaking out of your comfort zone, and just trying new things, trying a new style, or trying new technique, or using different materials. And you will learn from that aspect, and you can combine what you have always been drawing together with what you've learned, and that's how you grow. Does that make sense? What the hell? It's in the chat. Can you do a how to draw lips video? I've been practicing. I've been trying to get one started. I have it in the works. How to draw lips. There's like different angles and stuff. What is that? Did you do another live stream? You think you can draw a wolf? Yeah, of course. I'm going to be definitely drawing a wolf in the future. Another one at least. The wolf was really fun to draw, actually. Thanks, Dubear.
Any music today?
No.
Yeah, the hum of the microphone in the background of it. Plus, every time you put the pencil down.
Really? Oh, shoot.
So maybe put music over it, because when...
Should I put music?
But now it always sounds like you're poking the microphone with a pen.
Really?
Yeah.
No! Okay, wait, let's pop the music. I didn't know you guys could hear the sound of, like, the pencil. Oh gosh, I've been torturing you guys this whole time. Oh, I don't have my local files on here. Oh, I don't have my music. What? All of my local files are stored on my husband's Spotify, and he has... Oh, I have to log into his, and I don't know his password. Whatever. I always have a pic in my mind, but I can't bring it on paper. How do I do that? This is perhaps one of the hardest things to do. I think this is a skill all on its own. It's a skill that you will develop over time. It's something you honestly have to practice. I often have visions of what I want to achieve, what I would like to have, like what I would like to draw. I see it so clear. And I've always had the issue where it just never came out the same way on paper. And this is normal because you're not at the skill level yet to really achieve this. Drawing from your imagination, drawing from your mind is really, really complicated, and it's just something that can come with practice. So what I would suggest is to try it maybe as many times as you can, vision what you want to draw, and give it a go. Now don't be discouraged if it doesn't turn out the way that you expect it. That's totally normal. This is just something you have to learn. You have to, it gets better with practice, and it really does. It really does get better with practice. There's not really any tips and tricks other than that, to be honest with you. I wish I could tell you guys more. What time is it here? It's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's not too late, and I'm pretty confident we're gonna finish this before 8 o'clock. At least I hope. Did you log into your Spotify?
Why is the name of yours?
Because you put it onto your Spotify. Sorry. Okay, we're gonna put the music on, guys. I'm gonna take a break to eat something while I'm uploading the music. Just log out and log into yours. So I'll put the music onto my account once I'm offline.
I'll just do now.
Na, 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 na. Woo! We're gonna be eating milk rice. Chocolate milk rice. You already brought them in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just need to check
Check what?
that it's only bringing this in.
Ah. No. Okay. Oh crap, like 8 hours of music? Should be only that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There you go.
Shit. Can you let me know if the sound is fine? Okay, there should be music now. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. Whatever, we could adjust it. That tasty food. I'm eating milk rice.
This video is sponsored by
Yeah, this video is sponsored. No. This video is sponsored by Mula. Alright. Let's keep going. How do you prop up your camera? I have, I did a little MacGyver thing here. I mean, I can't really show it. I have it attached to my lamp. I have an overhead lamp here. And it's attached and it's hanging down and recording. I'm going to be doing a video on my setup of everything. My camera setup, my light setup. How I stream, what I used to stream. So I think it's gonna be pretty helpful for those of you guys who want to get started in streaming art, for example, or even games. It's the same sort of setup, minus the lights, really. I mean, the lights is pretty important for to stop the flickering. So when you're recording, there's gonna be a little bit of flicker. So you have to have the proper lights. You have to have the proper setup. Yeah, it's a lot of things that go into streaming actually when you're streaming art. Do you have any tips for not smudging? And do you know what paper mate is? I don't know what paper mate is. And tips for not smudging. I think with anything you have to be very careful where your hand goes. Start with the left side of the paper so that as you progress, you know, there won't be anything here to smudge your hand with. If you're right-handed, I mean. So if you're left-handed, you want to start on the other side. What? And you can use a sort of paper to place on top so your hand can rest on that so it won't smudge. There's specific papers for this, but you could also use a tissue, for example. What's wrong? Ah. There you go. Should appear. Is it too quiet?
Should be better.
How come I hear it?
Yeah, the speaker's attached.
No thanks. But can they hear the music? Okay.
Music is almost just really quiet.
What do you do to make it look realistic? There are a couple techniques that I use. it's just in terms of drawing it, the first thing I use is I have a reference photo. I like to work off of reference photos for animals, especially because pet portraits, that's what you have to do. And now reference photos, you need good quality, first of all, to see the detail of the fur. It's very important that you have a good quality reference photo. The reason why is because you want to zoom in really close onto the actual section. So when I'm working, I zoom in, maybe if I'm working on the eye, I will zoom in close to that to see how it's done. If I'm working with the side of the face, I will zoom in to this section. And then I try to kind of really study the shadows, I study the highlights, I study the values and the colors. And that's how I start off my drawing. So I take it one step at a time. I start with the light values first. And then I proceed with the darker values and I layer it up until the shadows start to come alive, I guess you can say. And this is just a thing that comes with practice, and it's just in terms of observing, it's a skill you need to pick up, observing, and also yeah, being aware of the detail, especially for realism. So it's pretty tough at first, but you can get there. Hi! Hello guys! Lorraine, hello. Alright, so we're pretty much nearly done with his head, actually. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm just gonna add some more definition around here. But not too much, because a lot of the white is popping through here. We're gonna add some more fluff just by doing short pencil strokes here. And also underneath his chin a little bit. Kind of like that. Now we're gonna use the lightest warm gray that I have. Actually, I have warm gray number 1 somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So we're gonna use the warm gray number 2. And here, instead of doing pencil strokes, we're gonna use, just do soft, kind of scribble in the shadows, because this is very subtle shadows here. Very, very subtle. Forgot to erase some of the blue. So we're gonna add the subtle shadow here as well. I just got here. Is this your cat? No, it's not my cat. It's a photo I found online on Pinterest. What?
I was just waiting for my pizza.
You're being awkward in the background.
No, I just walk in and out to see when my pizza is done.
You're distracting me, Shets?
Then you need to focus.
Okay, so we have to put at least some more definition here on the top of his nose to kind of give it more three-dimensional feel to it. And also blend in this side of his face with the white. Actually, I should probably use a darker pencil pen. Thank you, Lisa. Do you have a bunny? Yes, I do have a bunny. I have a little boy Oliver. What pencils do you use? So all of the materials that I'm using for this is listed below in the description underneath the video, but I'm using Faber-Castell Polychromos. It's a good, nice pencil, nice brand, or nice product, I should say. Yeah, so we're getting somewhere, guys. We're just gonna darken some of his upper lip here. Like that. Do you have Google Hangout? No, I don't. Don't use it. How many pets do you have? I only have 1. Hopefully 2 soon. Don't know. We're looking to adopt a second rabbit. A second bunny bear. Okay, so which one am I using? Warm gray number 3. So we're gonna continue the subtle shadows here using the warm gray number 2. especially under his sort of like neck, kind of like little fat rolls. So you want to really enhance that here. There's a little bit of blue sticking out. I want to erase that as well. Thank you, Frutina. Do you want any other pets? Yeah. Like, we're looking to adopt a second rabbit. A little girl, a girl rabbit for my boy rabbit. And maybe in the future, like a couple years, we also want to adopt a dog. Get a bulldog. They like doggies. Okay, so we're gonna slowly start progressing down to his neck. Now his neck, it's a pretty large space of color. You don't have to really emphasize all of the fur here. You can add texture. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna shade in this color because it's a lot. It's very subtle and it's more so of a shadow. So for this, we're just gonna shade in that shadow. Just slightly progress downwards. I'm probably gonna have to zoom out from here, actually. So let's start to zoom out a little bit. I think we're too close. Now that the face is done, we're gonna zoom back in once I'm drawing the flowers. But yeah. He is the one donated to Oliver the Savage Bunny. He's a savage. My bunny's a savage. Okay, so let's zoom out. Probably have to readjust the focus as well. Ooh, that's too much. There we go. This should be better. Thank you, Leela. What are you going to name the new rabbit? I have no idea. I have to see her photo first. I think the name comes once you actually see him. Like when I saw Oliver, I knew he was an Oliver because he's a little bit blonde, gingery color. And he had just the face of an Oliver. I don't know. That was the first name that came to my mind. And I like the stereotypical British names, like the old names. So I was like, yeah, Oliver. But the new one, I don't know what I'm going to call her. And don't say Olive, because everyone's saying Olive. Oliver and Olive. I like the fact that you use the picture. It really gives us an idea what you're trying to go for here. Yeah. I always try to include my reference photos. Sometimes I forget to include it in the once I start the stream. But yeah, I always try to include the reference photos so you guys can see how I'm building, like section by section, how I'm starting. Sort of like how to build the values as well, especially starting with the lighter values. So it's kind of the way that I always, yeah, start off. If that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense here. Okay, so we're going to use the warm gray number 3. Now we're going to add another layer of a darker gray on this side of his body. Oliver's a savage, but he's cute. Yeah. Are you going to send this masterpiece to one of us? I'm not going to send this. This is going to be I'm going to see how it looks like in the end. I'm probably going to use it as a portfolio piece for my online my website for pet portraits for the future, and most likely going to try to sell it. So if anyone loves cats, this would look really cute framed. Okay. What colors are you using to make the fur? Let me just answer this after I eat one bite. Okay, so for the fur, I'm using a combination of different colors. I'm mostly using warm gray, and these are the warm grays. So I'm using all kinds of warm gray colors in combination with a little bit of cool grays, like for example, cool gray number 5, a little bit. but I'm mostly using the warm gray. So I'm using warm gray number 2, number 3, number 6, and black, as well as cool gray number 6. So that's the only colors I've been using for his fur. Ooh, update the thumbnail. Good call. Let's update that, yo. Yeah! Oh god, I look so weird in it. Okay, so catch number 3. What happened? No, it is off. What happened? Now I'm back. What did it say? It was interrupted. I changed the thumbnail.
It said the video stopped. Like the live stream
I know, I
stopped.
saw it. Oh god. Okay, whatever. Let's
Or was
continue.
it, did you just turn off your computer by accident?
I thought I stopped the stream by accident when I was updating the thumbnail.
That's what I thought.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's continue. We're doing good work, guys. We're almost there. Woo! Just shook my whole table. Thank you, beautifully. Thank you for the nice words. Okay, so let's progress here with the side body, and this is gonna be where basically all of the picture comes together at this point. The body is it's just sort of the upper shoulder part of his body. It's a really nice composition. And here we can really press hard. We don't have to worry about working too much on the fur texture. Although I have to say that once the fur actually meets the how do I explain it? Like the white parts, like the upper white parts here on his chest, this is where you want to be careful with the fur. So you want to actually start to mimic fur texture. This is actually quite hard, especially when you're trying to blend it in with the white fur. But here, yeah, don't have to worry about it. You can just press hard. You really want to get the values quite dark on the side because it is in a shadow. Oh, thank you, Golden. Witchcraft. I don't have witchcraft. I'm not a witchcraft, don't practice in witchcraft. Hello from Russia. Привет. I hope I said that properly. Thank you, Rochelle. Okay, so here we want to extend the black mark. I think this goes out quite deep, quite far into his body, so we're gonna extend that. And we're gonna gently, like as I'm going downwards, you also want to make the pencil sort of curve to the left. So his fur is quite long, it's longer on his body, so you want to curve it. Thank you, Tiny the Black Cat. Thanks for your words. Thank you, Shaz. Hello from Sweden. Hi. Привет. Привет. True, Nico. That's true. My powers come from Dime Cake and my husband. Hello from Turkey. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so for here, the rest of the body is pretty much just dark. So we're just gonna end it. I'm just gonna kind of draw the curve here of the body, like that. And I'm gonna fill this in with a bit of dark. Or I guess I'm gonna fill it in with some dark, but I wanna finish the top part first. So now we're gonna start blending in the side of his body here with some of the lighter gray values. So we're gonna blend in the white of the paper with the darkness here. We're gonna at least try. So I'm using the warm gray colors to do this. It's always the trick when you're working with like white fur. Question, did you ever go to art school? No, I've never been to art school. This is all self-taught. I've never been to art school. I've never studied art. I've never went to art class, except for like high school art class. But yeah, no, it's all self-taught. Just lots of hard work and preservation. Preservation? Is that the word? I don't know. Preservation? Oh, I can't even say. I can't speak English anymore. No, it's honestly just hard work. Where did you find the reference pic? I found it on Pinterest. I just typed for cat with floral crown. That's all I typed in. There weren't too many there weren't too many results that came up. I don't know why it's not a thing. I guess you can find so many images of rabbits with flower crowns, and it's so adorable, but I've drawn that so many times that I just kind of wanted to draw like a different type of animal with a floral crown. Typically what I do too is I just make up the flowers on top of his head. If I can't find the picture that I want, so I just make it up myself. But yeah, this case I found this one right off the bat and I thought it was adorable, so I was like, yeah. So I use Pinterest a lot for my kind of reference photos. Wow, how did you do this? You can like rewind the video to see kind of like the progression as well. I think that this video I've made it to rewindable, I think. So you can see how far I've come. I don't even know how long I've been streaming for. Let's check out the live control room. Hmm. 2.5 hours, that's not bad. Did a pretty good progression for that time. Question, what advice would you give a young artist? Good question, Courtney. What advice would I give a young artist? So I am a young artist myself still. I'm still in the phase of learning as well, so I can only kind of give you advice based on the kind of position that I'm in now. And the position that I'm in now, I'm only, like, my art journey right now, I'm at the point where I just have to keep practicing, and that's the only thing that I can really do. I'm not a professional, I'm not doing this for a living, I'm doing this as a hobby. And hobby artist is one thing, you have to really dedicate yourself to it, to the craft. If you want to get better for a certain reason, whether that be in terms of trying to break into the industry or doing it for yourself in terms of just wanting to get better, I think, like that's the stage that I'm at right now. I'm just, all I can really tell you is that you have to practice. You have to really dedicate yourself to it. You have to dedicate time to it, to learning it. You have to dedicate to studying it in terms of looking at books yourself or looking at YouTube videos online. There's all kinds of stuff you can do and improve, but at the end of the day, the only way you will learn is if you put your pencil down on the paper and you actually do it, right? So if you do it every single day for a whole year, the improvement you will have will be incredible. You're gonna see yourself way back and you'll be like, oh my god, like I progressed so fast. And that is how I got to this point. What you're seeing now has been a 2-year progression for me. So that's sort of the advice I would give. I hope that it makes sense, and I hope that kind of, I don't know if you understand, like if it's understandable, but that's all I can really say, to be honest with you. Question, do you prefer doing speed drawings or live streaming? Oh, they're two different things. I can't say I prefer one over the other. I really like live streams because it's like, you see it all in action. So you guys can see when I mess up. We can laugh about it together. You guys can answer me. You can ask me questions, which I love to answer. Speed painting videos are different because I could actually spend a lot more time. I could spend up to like 12 hours, 20 hours if I want, working on one drawing itself. And then I could just speed it up and explain the process. So it's a lot more detail, it's a lot more time and effort. And in the end, it's actually sort of like a mini masterpiece for me if I do a speed painting video. But these drawing videos here, like live streams, it's kind of just art like art lesson at the same time, maybe? I don't know. Thank you, my studying corner. Thank you, Matt. Matt the carrot. I love carrots, by the way. Page piece. You can draw that. Meanwhile, me, on the other hand, can only draw a flower. Flowers are a good starting point. That's how I started. Flowers are really fun. Don't underestimate the flower. You can learn a lot from that. Especially if you can draw a rose. If you can draw a rose, woo, baby. It took me a while to learn how to draw a rose. But I honestly feel like achievement unlocked. The fact that I can draw a rose. How do you draw fur? I don't get it. So Eddie, I did a video on fur drawing. I talk about the basics and stuff like that and how to kind of layer and what colors to use. So you can check it out. You can find it under my YouTube channel. Because I literally talk about everything that I would be talking about right now. And it's a lot to kind of repeat. So I have a video for that. Thank you, Spirit Wolf. Thank you so much. I'm still in high school and I want to do art for a living, but right now all I want to do is improve, so thanks for the advice. Okay, so you're in high school, this is the perfect time. Use that chance, use that opportunity of freedom. I know it's like you're studying, you're doing exams, and university's coming, but oh my gosh, I wish back then I would have done that. I wish I would have taken the time instead of going out with friends, and I mean, yeah, that was also fun, but like, kind of wasting my time by not progressing because I wasn't serious about it. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I would never be able to get good at it, so I just didn't draw. I didn't draw anymore. And I lost a lot of time. I lost a lot of time and I actually regret it. So the fact that you're in high school, just imagine, 5 years time. I don't know how old you are, but if you turn like 20, for example, and you've been drawing your entire high school career, I can tell you one thing, if you're going to art school for university, you'll have an easier chance of getting in. Thank you guys. Do you really take this much time to do art? Yep. I do. You know what, I also see it as sort of a personal challenge for myself. I want to say that I was able to do that, you know? And then it's always fun, and people are always so impressed by your being able to draw. People kind of value it, and it makes me feel good because it's just something that I could offer. If I offer to do a pet portrait, it's just really fun, you know? How often do you practice? You guys are gonna think I'm crazy if I tell you. I practice every day. Some days I don't. Those are the days that I'm feeling a bit sick or I'm just too tired from work, for example. I practice maybe, okay, honestly, I could say I practice 6 days out of the week. That's a pretty good estimate. 6 days out of the week. Now, hours. How much time do I spend practicing? Hour? Now, 2 times out of the week, I will do at least a 4-hour stream of just drawing straight. However, in my spare time, when I'm not recording, when I'm not doing anything else YouTube related, I can maybe spend another 3 to 4 hours per evening drawing. Obsession? I don't know. You tell me. Slow and steady wins the race. Exactly, Eddie. Eventually you'll get there. No one that you've seen, like art-wise, like artists that do amazing work and you're just like, oh my god. No, like you cannot tell me that they didn't spend years locked up in their studio painting, doing nothing but art. You can't tell me that that's not possible. No one can pick up the skill without, like, you can't be born with it. You know what I mean? You have to work at it. So even if you have the creative inclination and that's how you are personality-wise, that's a bonus, yes, but you have to work at it. What's your job? Is it art-related? Nope. It's not. It's I do trainings and I do documentation work, so it's actually very dry and it's not creative. It's always been a struggle for me. I have a lot of questions here. I can't answer all of them. Let me try. Oh gosh, I can't. What are you going color the flower crown with? I'm going to be coloring it with combination of marker, mostly marker though. I think marker, and the detail work will be with pencil crayon. Okay, so let's leave those lines in for now, and we're gonna start to bring in some of the warm gray, the lighter tones on the side here as well. So there's a little bit of shadow in between. Except I have to kind of make these lines a bit bigger. How many styles do you draw in? I draw in one style. It's hard to tell. I draw mostly with realistic, so all my live streams are going to be realism, because that's what I'm trying to improve in the most. So I just challenge myself every live stream to do realistic. Now I have been also dabbling in recreating digital art with traditional mediums, and whether that's called cartoon, whether that's called, I don't know what it would be called, what kind of style that is. So like for example, on my YouTube channel, you'll see me, I drew some League of Legends characters, but I drew it with Copic markers, but I tried to keep the digital art aspect. That was really hard. But yeah, that's something else that I kind of have been dabbling in as well. Hi from India. Hi Summit. Thanks for joining. How long does it take you to do something like that? And where do you start on drawing like that? So this painting, or this drawing here, will take me, I think I've been drawing for 2.5 hours now, a little bit more than that. I will most likely finish this around, it's gonna be around the 3.5 hour mark to 4 hours. So it really depends how big the portrait is. But something like this will take me maybe maximum 4 hours. It's because it's a lot of detail work. It's tremendous. I don't want to use that word because of Donald Trump, but yeah, it's still a lot of work. Tremendous. It's a lot. But it's really rewarding. It's really fun. I forget your second question. I'm sorry. The chat is going crazy right now. When do you think your next live stream will be? I'm for sure live streaming next Friday. So I'm drawing another cat. I know I'm drawing another cat. I really want to improve cats, but I have a pet portrait for a subscriber booked next Friday. And then the one after, I don't know when I'll be doing a stream apart from that. Usually every weekend. Bigly. What inspired you to start drawing? What inspired me was actually Instagram. It's funny to say because it's like I started an Instagram account and I wasn't doing art much. I was just looking at things I liked, which were rabbits at the time. And then I was seeing like these beautiful rabbits with funny little costumes, and they had flowers on them, and they had beautiful like concept. Like it was a nice, kind of like this cat that I'm drawing, but with a rabbit. And Instagram, like these Instagram users were posting these beautiful photos of their pets, and it was just like, oh, like it would kind of be fun to draw. So I started drawing it with watercolor, and that's how it progressed. And then I would tag them in it, and they would see it, and then they would say, oh, I love it, and then they would resubmit it, or like re-upload it onto their account and tag me in it and say like, look what I drew. And then I started getting all kinds of requests from other users who had rabbits to draw their animal, and that's how it kind of got started. And then that's where I discovered I had a passion for drawing animals, because it was like really fun. Because a lot of pet owners, they really appreciate it, you drawing their animal, especially if the animal passed away, for example. It's a nice memory to have. At what age did you start drawing? Oh, questions are going so fast. At what age did you start drawing, and did you ever thought that you would have a YouTube channel with over 15,000 followers? Hi from Belgium. Hello, first of all. What age did I start drawing? At this level, like to be serious about drawing, I was 23, 22, 23-ish. I feel like my hair is getting all weird. I was 23, 20, 22, 23-ish. That's how old I was. And did I ever think I would have a YouTube channel with this many followers? No, I did not. I'm very, very surprised by the fact, because I wasn't even thinking about doing YouTube. I wasn't serious about YouTube at all. It wasn't until like October, like end of September, that I really started it. And I got so much support, which is completely random. So much support from everyone. I was like, oh my god. And now I'm at 50,000. It's really nice. But I'm still really small. Like, it's a small YouTuber. Like, I don't consider myself like one of the top guys. I don't consider myself that at all. I'm just kind of growing slowly at a nice pace, I think. One question, what do you like drawing more, rabbits or cats? Rabbits. Of course. I drew rabbits so often though that I have to take a break. I have to draw other animals. Especially if I want to offer pet portraits. I have to show a different variety. What is the easiest animal you can draw? Huge inspiration. Love Katie? Don't know if I'm saying that right. Thank you so much. Easiest animal to draw? Here's the thing, I haven't drawn every animal. I think for me the easiest to draw was a guinea pig. And I said earlier in the stream that like something like a hamster has always been easier because it's literally a ball, you know, it's a ball. Same with guinea pig, it's like a potato. So if you want something to practice on, try to draw some really cute guinea pigs or really cute hamsters. You can start progressing from there. You got the guinea pig, which is potato shape, and then you could, like, if you want to draw a rabbit, you just add another ball on top, and then you add little stubby legs on, so you kind of get better as you progress with the animals. But yeah, guinea pig is pretty easy to draw. Have you ever drawn a reptile? I have not. I have not. I would like to, though. Sorry, I'm gonna eat my milk rice for a second. Thank you, Geeky Foxy. That means a lot. I started drawing seriously last year at age 9, and my drawings are really good. That's really great. Keep it up. Honestly, keep it up. Keep drawing. Don't lose it. If that's what you like to do, keep doing it. You're gonna impress all your friends. Once you get to high school, you're gonna be like, yo, look at me, like, it's so good. Not actually, you gotta be nice about it, but, you know, it's always fun to have. You inspire me to draw. Thanks, Nicola. My rabbit is thumping his back foot. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Nico! Bunny Da Vinci! What shall I draw? Try to draw what I'm drawing. It's a good challenge. I honestly don't know. People ask me what they should draw and I don't. It's like asking for a name, like, oh, what should I name my new sim? I have no idea. Just like, try to draw what I'm doing and then tag me on Instagram with it and be like, yay, I tried to draw, or I drew what you drew in the live stream today. Like, I would love to see your drawings. And post it on your Instagram and tag me. Do you think it's easier to draw on computer or paper? Paper? That's only because that's all I've ever drawn on. I've never really tried, I've tried a little bit of digital art, but that's a whole different technique. You have to learn how to do it. And, if I were to use my skills that I know on paper, I don't think it would translate very well on digital, on a digital canvas. It's just different, you know? Okay, so let's finish up the body here. We're gonna add the other layer of dark below. Oliver's doing backflips? No, Oliver is really angry. I don't know why, and he's like Thumper in Bambi. It's Bambi. Thumps his back leg. Thank you, Spam Lord. I like your name. Any tips for realistic art? You're so talented. Thank you. Tips for realistic art? Yes. Well, that's a loaded question. It's a bit hard to answer because realistic art, it depends what you want to do. Draw humans? Draw animals? Sorry, I got the hiccups. There's different techniques for everything. I would say for realism, you have to really start by learning the proportions. This is very important. It's something that I'm still learning. Cat proportions, dog proportions, animal proportions in general, I think for me are easier to understand, but when you're wanting to draw realistic humans, this takes a lot of time to learn. So definitely look at books, look at reference photos, draw from reference photos, draw from models as well. Like if you're looking at people in the streets, what's really cool is to I know it sounds creepy, but to kind of draw live humans, you know? Like if you're, I don't know, I don't want to say to be creepers and sit on the street and watch people and draw them, but it's definitely the cool thing to do, like in terms of learning expressions. Look at how people react, look at people talk, be observant. I think that's the key word, observant. Can you update the thumbnail? Yeah, I should update the thumbnail. You are epic at drawing. How are you doing? My mind has exploded. It's so good. Thank you, Draw with Gabe. Thank you. Exactly. Spirit Wolf's got it. You gotta study the references and yeah, you have to be good at proportions. Gosh, my hair is driving me nuts. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Boo Hooligan. Alright. I'll make sure to check my emails. I'll go make sure I go check my emails. I have to actually look at my emails. I've got a bunch of emails in from the weekend already. I hope it helped, Eddie. That's good to know. Have fun drawing. I'm gonna be doing a video also on how to draw white fur for like white animals, white fur animals. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but yeah, there's another sort of technique to that. Thanks, Abel. I love your drawings. Thank you, Uncovered Legend. Do you like watercolor? Yes. I do like watercolor. I just haven't been using watercolor lately. I've been really pumping out these pencil drawings. It's something that I really want to improve, so I think with watercolor, I've done a lot with watercolor for the past 2 years and I really want to move on. Good drawing. Must have took you a day. Nope. Took me almost 3 hours. Do you know like Shawn Mendes? I don't know who that is. Oh, you have a rabbit named Thumper? That's really cute. Thumper baby. Okay, so we're gonna extend. We're almost done his body here. Just want to extend this sort of area. It's a bit of a challenge though. For white fur, I just stipple dots into the white and add hints of gray. Yeah, exactly. I use a lot of the warm gray pencil. So like here, you can see his fur on his chest is white, but there are shadows to it. And the shadows you really have to observe. That's how you would kind of flesh out the white fur. And I use the warm grays. So I use light, like the lightest values of the warm grays, like warm gray number 2 and number 3, and then sometimes number 1 for the lightest value. And I just, yeah, make fur texture with short pencil strokes, and that's basically how I do the white fur. Of course, it helps if you're drawing on white paper, but if you're drawing on any off-tone paper, like a gray paper, for example, you can also really make cool art for like white animals. Like if you're drawing an Arctic wolf, for example, or Arctic fox, and it has white fur, you can use pencil crayon or pastel on an off-tone, like a gray or a black paper, and this you can draw the entire animal in white pencil crayon, and that's gonna look so cool. Like it looks like it's glowing almost, you know? So yeah, I think it's really fun, and it's just a different way of drawing the animal, really. You just kind of have to realize where the shadows are. If you had to choose one day of the week, what would it be? Just asking. Saturday. This is the day that I'm allowed to do nothing. So I don't have to worry about anything else. And I don't have to go to work. I could just sit here and draw all day. Okay, so we're just gonna scribble in the rest of the body here because it is just a solid black tone. What would you recommend to draw for someone who loves drawing fantasy, magic, creatures, and dragons? Whew. That's a hard question. I don't have recommendations because I don't draw that genre. Although I do admire the genre, I don't draw it. I often liked drawing like woodland creatures, for example. I think woodland creatures are really cool. You can have some really cool things. I don't know. I just think of Lord of the Rings when I think of that fantasy topic. What is your favorite color? Purple! I love purple. Purple's my go-to, yo. Okay, so we're almost done the body, and then we can progress with the floral crown. So I'm quite excited for this part. We're just gonna add the darkest values here though. I just really want to press hard for this part of his body. Bye, Ellen! What colored pencils do you have? I have Faber-Castell Polychromos. So the materials I'm using is in the description below. And yeah, I've never used the Prismacolor one, so I can't really speak for them. Like, I can't compare, that's the thing. Legolas! Yeah, exactly. That's true. I should have said Legolas. Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of. Fantasy creatures. The Hobbit or something. I don't know. Okay, so... Is art your hobby or your job? It's my hobby. So I don't do this as a living. Although I would like to do it as part-time at least. Once I start getting some pet portraits and having a steady income in terms of that aspect, but then I have to open up a business because there's taxes involved. It's a lot to think of. It's a lot to consider. If you're doing freelance as like being an artist as a freelancer, I think it's a lot to consider. I'm not ready at that stage yet. I think that YouTube is providing me with a platform to get started with that sort of dream of mine. Although I'm not, I don't know. I don't know how quick or how fast it'll go, but for now, art is just a hobby, and I'm just really grateful that I'm able to kind of, I'm getting a bit of money in terms of what I'm doing with YouTube, and, you know, selling art on the side as well a little bit, but it's not consistent enough to do it full-time yet. So, yeah. Are you self-taught or did you go to art school? I'm self-taught. I never went to art school and never had art class. It's all hard work that I'm doing. Lucky's Vlogs. Warning, Prismacolor pencils are notorious now for breaking in the sharpener, and sometimes they're centered. And they're wax-based, so beware of wax blooms. Yeah, I've never had that issue. I've only had the issue with that happening in terms of the lead breaking in the sharpener. I only had that issue once with a pencil crayon from Faber-Castell. Apart from that, it's either because I dropped the pencil and I know I dropped it and it just keeps breaking. It broke, the lead on the inside broke. But I've never had those issues with Faber-Castell. So that's why I don't see an issue for trying something else, because I'm really happy with it. And I've never had this wax bloom issue either. I've seen it on YouTube channels. I've seen people like how to get rid of the wax bloom and stuff like that, and I never had to do that. Thank you, Anime Gamer. I also don't like cats. But thank you. I'm not a cat person. Although, okay, what's your favorite cat breed? Okay, so although I say I don't like cats, I do have there's a couple cat breeds that I love. Like, I will never own a cat because I'm allergic, but there are cat breeds that I'm really, really in love with. This would be the, what are they called? The British short-haired cat, the Bengal cats, Persians, Ragdoll. I like the ones with the brown faces. Those are my favorite. And with the pretty colors, like, I don't know. Okay, so I think that we're pretty much finished with the body. Let me just further extend this dark part here. I could honestly say I think that we're finished with the body. And we can really progress now with the actual floral crown, which I'm really excited to do. Thank you, Natalie Green. Oh, thanks for your comments. Hello. Oh, you guys have the best cats. All the cats that I named. Oh my god. Oh, you guys have the cutest cats. Oh, babies. Yeah, I say I'm not a cat person, but I have these moments where some cats can be cute. Okay, so let us progress. Let's progress with the crown now. Let's just add a couple more details here. More or less, I think we're done with the face. We're done with the body. Of course, I can do a lot more. I could probably spend a few more, like maybe half an hour or so to really enhance the fur with some of the details. But as this is just a live stream, it's just a practice, we're just gonna leave it there. If I were doing this for an actual client, if they requested for a pet portrait, I would definitely be spending a lot more time on the actual fur. That being said, though, I do want to kind of enhance this side. Now, I always say this, and I always do this. I can never let things go. It has to be perfect, and that's what will bring me down as an artist. You cannot expect to get perfect results. So you just gotta learn how to let things go, and that's actually something that I've been challenging myself with all of these live streams. I cannot spend 6 hours in a live stream. I have to learn how to let things, you know, chill out. It's okay the way it is. It can be improved, sure, but for now we're just going to let it go. So I'm just gonna add a bit more detail here, and now we're just gonna start with the crown. And I know technically what I'm doing right now is not supposed to be done this way. So you're not supposed to layer your Copic marker on top of the Faber-Castell, or on top of the pencil strokes, because apparently this is gonna ruin your nib. Now, I do this not often. Okay, so this is just something that I do once in a while. It's not, I don't work this way typically. So I think because I'm paying for it myself, this is just something that I will risk. But typically this is frowned upon. Okay, so let us begin the floral crown. Now, the colors of the crown, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do an orange flower. I think I'm gonna do blue. I'm gonna do this color here, this bluish color, like blue purple, and I'm gonna do pink, and we're gonna have green leaves, okay? So we're not gonna do the orange, because I'm not a fan of orange. I love the blues. I have to think of the blue colors to use. We're gonna bring in some markers here, but I have to figure out the blue. Then we're gonna use this one here. It's a beautiful pale blue color. Just don't know how it's gonna react though in the paper, so let's give it a try. I should probably update the thumbnail though. Wait, so let's give it a try. So this is the color here. I think it looks really pretty. Before I start the flowers, we're gonna update the thumbnail, and then we're gonna go ahead and draw the flowers. So I think the blue and the pink's gonna look really good with the actual eyes. So the eyes are beautiful, beautiful green color. Okay, so cat number 4. So last time I changed my thumbnail, my stream for whatever reason stopped. If it happens again, it's temporary, okay? It's only for a few seconds. But I think generally speaking, it should be okay. We should be good. Okay. Okay, I'm changing the thumbnail now. Oh, thank you, Lauren. This is so amazing. My cat's name is Oliver. He was abandoned in the woods along with his brother and sister. He is the cutest little tuxedo kitty. That is so sweet. My rabbit's name is also Oliver. I love that name. It's a really cute name. But yeah, he was abandoned in the woods. That's really sad. Hope he's probably living a good life with you now. That's awesome. Little Oliver Bear. Alright, so the thumbnail should be changed. Now we're gonna get started with the actual flowers. This will look a bit different than the actual photo here in the center. I love this blue. This blue is beautiful. It's the pale blue. It looks very nice. So typically when I'm drawing flowers, I will start off with the markers first, and then I will proceed with the pencil crayons for sort of the extra detail. So when you're looking at flowers, you've got rips, you've got tears, you've got veins sometimes, you've got different patterns, and this is really hard to convey with the actual marker, because it's just very fine details. I'm actually gonna zoom in. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on this business, yo. Okay, so video. Zoom in again on the face. So yeah, so it's very hard to get all of these details really nice with the Copic markers, or just markers in general. So typically what I do is I just take my pencil crayon and I have a really fine sharp tip, and I go in again and I kind of just add the extra detail. This really brings a different dimension to your work. But this is how I typically do realistic flowers. Now these flowers here are not going to be realistic. The color is not realistic. The shape of them are not really that realistic. They're just kind of a, I don't know, they're based on the flower crown in the actual image. So yeah, and we're just gonna have one blue flower for now. Oh, where's my cap? Thank you, the Royal Savage. How much is your art supplies? Do you really want me to answer that? You mean like these ones here? Pencil crayons, these ones here in Germany, I can get these pencil crayons for approximately €1.20 or 40 cents, €1.40 each. You can get box sets, of course. But yeah, they're a bit more on the expensive side, so I have a lot of art supplies and they all range. I don't really want to say the amount of money that I spent on art supplies. I have a lot. Definitely, I would say, I don't know. Art supplies can be expensive, guys. You just gotta know what you want to buy. Nico. Wait, are you German? No, I'm not German. I am Canadian. Je suis Canadien. I am a Canadian, I'm not German. But I do live in Germany. Germany, Germany. Okay, we want to bring in a darker tone of the blue. So let's bring in the Platho blue. It's gonna be for the darkest spots here. So, okay, we need pencil crayon. Have you tried going live on Twitch? I haven't tried Twitch yet. I have a Twitch account, but I haven't tried. I'm a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, with Twitch. Because it's a gaming platform, I don't have the same viewership as I do here on YouTube. So, I don't know if anyone would watch me on Twitch. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. Can you speak German? Yes and no. Yeah, I mean I can speak German. Just don't ask me to have a huge conversation in German. It is my third language, so it's a little bit hard to learn it, especially at my age. I want to study art, but my friends bully me because of that decision. What do I do? First of all, don't listen to your friends. What is that? I mean, you gotta be realistic too, because sure, if you want to study art, that's really nice, but it's also, you have to have a plan. You have to think of your future. You have to think of, okay, if you want to study art, what do you want to go into that's related to art? Because we know that traditional art nowadays, it's a bit hard to live off of, especially if you're a freelancer. You have to know, you have to know how to market yourself. You have to know the business side of things, and because of that, I suggest you also have business classes, for example, or just learn everything online like I did, which is also not the easiest. But yeah, you have to think of what you want to do in the future. Studying art is a really nice thing to do, but at the same time, you gotta think of your future. You gotta think of your future. But it's also very important that you surround yourself with people who actually support you. So if no one supports you, that's also not gonna help you in the long run. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the white here. So I mentioned before that the white pencil crayon here, I use it quite often for actually blending the pencil into the paper. So like blending different values of the blue or different values of the pencil. So if I'm using a lot of dark tones with light tones together, I do use the blue, or I use the white pencil crayon to blend them in together. So these two different values, a dark and a light tone, and then I use the white as well on top of it, and it kind of creates a really nice smooth blend. This is actually one of the blending techniques for pencil crayons. So it gives different results, but yeah, I use it quite often. I did actually drew this flower a little bit too dark than what I actually wanted to, but that's okay. We're fine, we're fine. How many Copic markers do you own? I own 72. So I have these box sets here, these little 36, like a set of 36, and I've got two of them. So I've got set A and I've got set B. And these retail-wise, they go for approximately, in euros, and here in Germany, they go for, if I can remember the price properly, 120 or 30 euros. Might be more. I cannot remember, but I remember specifically paying 120 or something like that. That was the price for 36 of them. And you can get different ones. You can get a set of 72, or you can get even larger set. But these can go up to like 200, 300 euros. It's pretty expensive. awesome. I'm lucky my family actually wants me to do art because of my skill. They said if I didn't do that, I would be a writer. Oh, that's so nice for your family to support you. That's really nice because writing is also really cool. That's something that I would have taken up as well. Writing has always been, I actually write in my spare time. Spare time, when I have spare time. I do writing. I have been working on a book for a while. So it's just something on the side that I do. Now, writing is so much fun. I love it so much. But of course, art totally outbeats my writing. Yeah, art beats my writing passion or whatever. So, but those are cool things. So we're actually going to use the same green color that I used for his eyes, for the leaves, but we're going to darken it a lot. I don't even know how that looks. Okay, wait. So we're going to use lime green as well. Okay, this leaf is not looking nice here. Do you work with sketchbooks? If yes, what materials do you use in it? Yeah, I do work with sketchbooks. Materials that I use in the sketchbooks can vary between charcoal, graphite, pencil crayon, marker, and I think that's it. Yeah, I would say that would be it. There's all kinds of stuff that I actually use because I'm trying all kinds of things at the same time, but yeah, I definitely use those. I also have a watercolor sketchbook, so it's a sketchbook but with watercolor paper, and this works really well. So for this one I used mixed media, so I used watercolor and then I test out the watercolor like together with the pencil crayon and also with marker. I'm part of a writing group with a bunch of my friends. We are almost finished a short novel that we have been working on for 2 years. I'm torn between writing and art. They are both great. I'm also torn between writing and art. Oh my gosh, I totally get you. That's fantastic. Don't give it up. I know you're torn. Oh my gosh, I go through these phases where I want to just write my book. That's all I want to do. But then I keep thinking I have such a great thing going on with this art thing that I should keep working on art. But the passion that I have for writing never goes away, and the story that I'm writing never goes away, and that drives me mad because I'm just like, oh my god, do I work on like that or do I work on this? I don't know. Life decisions, right? Yeah, this leaf is looking a bit weird. Okay, whatever. What did you look up on Pinterest to get the cat's picture? I looked up a cat with floral crown. So that's actually what I looked at. Okay, so we're gonna add darker bits of green in here. I'm gonna take out, I think I have an olive. Oh wait, I have a moss green. Wait, let's test this one. Oh yeah, I got the moss. Do you know of any sketchbooks that don't bleed much with Copics? I've only used one brand of sketchbook, to be honest with you. I used the sketchbook that I've been working with. The brand is actually in the description below. Rowney. This is the brand that I've been using primarily. And they have sketchbooks, and they also have different types of papers. They also have watercolor sketchbooks that I used. But yeah, this brand is really, really nice. So you can see, this is actually the brand that I'm using for the marker right now. And you can see that the bleeding is, there's no bleeding. It's just really good quality paper. And it's fairly cheap actually, in Germany anyways. I don't know, I can't speak for any other country, but in Germany it's fairly cheap. Guys, we're gonna add some bits of pink in here now. I'm just gonna use the same color that I used for his nose. So this is the salmon pink. If you ever want to post a story, I do on Wattpad. I did post on Wattpad. I have my story on Wattpad, but I don't want to share it. I have it on there. I haven't finished it. But yeah, I have a Wattpad user, and I posted it for, I was posting for a while, and then I stopped like 6-7 months ago to post because I was doing art, so. If you guys are looking for ideas on what to find to draw, you don't have to look very far. Just Google some images, look on Pinterest. I always praise Pinterest. It's like my #1 way to find material. You can get some fantastic stuff there. You can find some really beautiful photographs. You can also use DeviantArt, for example. Just type in like a keyword and then you'll find all kinds of like really cool things. What's really inspiring for me too is to look at cosplay. I love looking at cosplay photos because it has that element of, gaming of course, but it's a little bit more on the digital art side of things. And to try to recreate that in a traditional sense is really cool. And you often have, beautiful girls and beautiful guys, and it's like the perfect reference photos to use in terms of like if you want to draw humans. So cosplay has always been, especially when you want to draw like maybe a more medieval-esque or fantasy like characters, then look at like cosplay things like, I don't know, Skyrim cosplay, for example. Has some good ideas. Sapphire Jade, the crown kitty cat. Oh! If you ever did start a company, would you still do YouTube, or would you just forget about it and rest and keep us all waiting? No. If I were to start a company in terms of art, YouTube would be my #1 source of like promotion and educational. Like I would do educational videos on YouTube. That would be the essence of my company then. I think that would be the overall plan. I wouldn't just drop YouTube for nothing. Pinterest is new to me. It seems everyone uses it. Yeah, it's quite for creatives. It's really good for creative people. I think you can find a lot of really cool things on Pinterest. Do you have DeviantArt? No, I don't. I don't have DeviantArt. Thank you, Willow White Wolf. These paintings here, I've seen people asking about it. They're just unfinished oil paintings that have been working on. Oh, one of which is my rabbit who passed away in September, and then the other one is just a random test that I did. It's of a girl holding a rabbit. Hi, Dinosauro. Welcome. Thank you, Patrick. What are you doing with my lips? I'm a fidgety person. I tend to play with like. I have to always have. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. I always have to like touch and play with things. So if I'm not doing anything with the drawing, I start to play with other things. That sounds really bad. All right, we're on a good path here. Or do you sell these? This one? Well, okay, so I don't typically sell my art unless it's a request, like a pet portrait, for example. But I'm looking at really selling actual pieces that I do online, that if you guys see me drawing, like for example this one I'm planning on selling. So if you're interested, you can email me like that you're interested. I'm gonna be posting it on my website with the price. And then I'm actually looking into checking out framing options. So if you want an additional frame around it and you want it shipped already framed with specific framing choices, I'm looking at my local art store for information on that. If you want like an actual additional frame, then obviously it's going to cost a bit more, but it's already going to be like framed and ready to go. So yeah, so if you're interested, you can email me. But generally, I will post all of the art that I'm selling on my website, brushesandbunnies.com. And I don't really want to make an Etsy store. I don't know. I was thinking about it, but I'm not sure. Because typically I just transact, I mean, like the things I sell, I do, we just talk in email, via email. My hair's driving me crazy. We talk via email, and then I usually have a standard price, and then we do the transaction over PayPal, and I ship it to you afterwards. So that's typically how I've been working with the pet portraits. Of course, the process will need to change once I get a little bit bigger, but for now, it's okay. I love your drawing style. Thank you, Noah. Do you listen to metal? No, but I do like Rammstein kind of music. I don't know if that's considered metal, but I don't think it is. Exactly, if you don't produce a massive amount of artwork, Etsy may not be the best option. Yeah, that's the thing. It's gonna be like once in a while, when I find a piece that's really, really good, and I'm just doing it for fun, and I want to think that there's a possibility of selling it, then I'll just post it on my website, I think. I'm gonna let you guys know in the description when it's for sale and whatnot, I think, if you're interested, so. Okay, so. Du hast mich. All right. Website will come up on a computer. Should be online. I launched my website last week, so I hope there's nothing wrong with it. Thank you, Dinosauro. Comments mean a lot to me. Right. Which drawing style would you rather use? Realistic or cartoon? I'd rather have or work with realistic, obviously. Realistic is my home dog. It's what I've been training in for so long. Thumbnail time? Give me a sec. I want to finish the crown, but then after we're done the crown, it's basically done. So I'm probably not going to update the thumbnail. I'm going to probably do an actual like nice image and then upload it once the video is processed and live on my YouTube channel. Because by the way, all my live streams are live after that after they're done. I upload them. They need a few minutes to publish, or to process, I should say. But they're uploaded on my YouTube channel after for any sort of future reference, just in case. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, guys. You should get just the best comments. I'm so glad you're making these live streams for talking and chilling with fans. Yeah, thank you. I think it's a really cool thing to do. yeah, it's really cool. You guys give me such great advice too. Like when it, like I've had some streams where it was just so, like some streams where I didn't really get how to draw it. Like the wolf, for example, I was really bad at drawing the wolf. And you guys were like telling me how it should look like, or like how, like what I could improve on to make it better. And I would listen to you guys and it actually helped a lot. And I was like, whoa, like that's so, it's really cool to have a community that supports itself, or that support is very supportive in that respect. That's kind of what I want to bring to my YouTube channel. I don't want hate, I don't want nothing. I just want people who are serious about art and who want to get better. So I think it's really fun, especially for the young kids, you know? Nico. Okay. What if okay. I swear to God, I have to watch Corpse Party. I have to do updates on my website, so maybe it's the perfect time to watch it while I'm updating my website. Slightly before I go to bed. I keep saying I have to watch it and I never do. It's gonna forget about it. I'm actually a forgetful person as well. I have so many things to do on the side that I'm just like, I forget the little things. What time is it in Germany now? It's 7:30 at night. It's not too late. I'm still gonna be awake. I go to bed quite late. I'm a night person. I prefer staying up at night. So I have such a hard time getting up in the morning. But yeah, I really like staying up. This entire weekend I went to bed close to 4 o'clock in the morning. Every single, like Friday night and then Saturday night. So tonight it's gonna be hard because I'm wide awake. Yeah. No. Typically I go to bed at like midnight-ish. Thank you, Pigeon. Pigeon? Yeah, Megan, thank you. Ah, I saw your message, but it was deleted. So we're gonna add some bits of black in here, the top of his head, to kind of bring it together here. I'm gonna try to find a way to get like the fur or like his hair, the top of his head, to kind of shine through the floral crown a little bit. Although there might be a little bit of a disconnect here. It's okay. Thank you, MLP. Thanks, Carrie. Oh, thanks, Anna. I'm an art student at this moment. I'm drawing a profile, but I find myself distracted with the beauty of your drawing. Thank you. But don't get distracted. Keep drawing your stuff. It's pretty cool, though. Good luck, by the way. Alright. Let's add a smidget of dark here. How much are you selling this for? $65. My art is priced in euros, so I haven't found a way to convert, like to have a converter on my website where it converts, like if this is 65 euros, for example, how much that is in American dollars, I have no idea. But all of my pricing is typically in euros, just because it's easier for me because I am in euros here. So conversion rate will have to be based on you, like based on what you're willing to pay. But yeah, it's all my prices are in euros, so I will post this amount on my website, like how much I'm gonna be selling it for. But yeah, I think I have no idea how much though. Thank you. Ooh, I can't even pronounce your name. Fauinalga? Fauinalga. Yeah, thank you, cute kitty. This live stream is so long. Kinga, like always, I have long live streams. What do you expect with art? That's what art is. Gotta draw. Long live streams, yo. Thanks, Pidgeot. Thanks, Golden. You're hilarious. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna add some more definition before we're done. We're gonna add some more definition to some of the flowers here, especially in terms of the shadow work. Just want to kind of make it a bit darker in the darkest parts of the flowers. I forgot a... Thank you, Shadow Beans. That really means a lot. Thank you. Will you ever draw an owl? Yeah. I'm looking forward to drawing. Guys, I'm not saying this piece is 65 euros. I'm just saying as an example. But yeah, I don't know how much this is gonna be. It's definitely gonna be posted on my website. Wonder. I think it would look much better framed though. Let's see. It's funny because it's like, okay, let me zoom out here. Actually, wait. Let's just finish this leaf here. It's funny because I look at this, okay, if we were to zoom out, let's zoom out and see the entire thing. Okay, so here is the zoomed out version. And you know what's funny? Like, you guys are telling me such beautiful comments, like how great it looks, but while I'm looking at it, and to me, I don't see how, like, I can still see how I can improve a lot of things, and it's driving me mad. Like, I can't just accept the fact that it's okay the way it is, and it looks good. I still see the things that I could improve on. So your support really means a lot to me, in terms of, like, your comments really motivates me to keep going. But it's that stupid voice inside your head where you're just like, oh, like it's still not good enough, you know, stuff like that. And I'm not saying that just to get attention. It's true. Look, that's how it is. That's how I am. I have a lot of pressure on myself. So something this year I'm learning to try not to do as much, not to put pressure on myself, because you will burn yourself out. So for those of you who feel this way, who think that whatever they draw is just not good enough, or they feel like they will never be good, or it's not at the level that they wish, or it didn't turn out the way they wanted to, just so you know, these thoughts are normal. And it's okay to have them. It's just you gotta know not to listen to them. So I think it turned out really nice. It's cute. I will be scanning this baby. I'll be uploading it onto my website. And I will be doing sort of like, I think I'm going to be doing a video tutorial like out of the recording of this live stream, as well as the pre-recording I took of the actual drawing of the cat. So it's a video tutorial in itself. So I'll be doing that later this week. And the stream is pretty much over, guys. Whiskers! No! We're not touching whiskers. The whiskers are white. I don't have a thin enough white gel pen, so I'm not going to risk ruining it. Yeah, artist problems. Yeah, guys, whiskers, I have a thick gel pen. I haven't bought a new one yet. I have to look on Amazon. So if you guys have suggestions, please comment in the video once it's uploaded afterwards. Let me know if you have a thinner solution for a white gel pen. I have not been able to find any that is thinner than this, and this creates really thick, ugly whiskers, and I don't want to do that. So I have to still find a solution for whiskers, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for the support, and I don't know when I'll be live streaming next, but for sure it's confirmed on Friday. So I'll see you guys then, and until then, keep drawing and basically keep being awesome, because you guys are. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for the new subscribers. I'm so excited to welcome you to this YouTube channel, and I hope you guys will find things that will help you draw and be awesome. So I'm gonna end it here, if I can find the exit. Now, wish you guys a fantastic Sunday night as well. Alright, now peace out!